Oh my God, is this thing on? Is this thing on? So I'm a little sick, and it's Monday, May 8th, and yeah, I really have nothing to say. The show sucked, and we all agree that the show sucked.
Hey,
Especially
he was
sucks
back
when
in
you're
his-
sick.
Oh,
When you're sick, it sucks
you know why?
a little
You
bit
know why
more.
it doesn't suck when you're sick?
He puts you to
Because
sleep.
it put me right to sleep. It's just so
Oh,
boring
yeah.
and so turgid. So it was
You know,
good.
I wasn't even sick, and it was putting me to sleep. And I was actually trying to do work.
It was one of those
was-
shows.
you know, he's-
I know. You know what, Hooper? I do get sick sometimes, and I don't know why. You know, it's not like I'm around a lot of people or doing anything. And you know, unfortunately, I was just telling Dennis that my doggy is sick too, and he has pneumonia, and I was in the emergency room for like 7 hours yesterday, and so I've been dealing with that. So it's just been one of those shitty weeks, and you know, I'm driving back north on
girl.
Saturday, so there's lots to do, and hopefully after the show is done on Wednesday, I can pack up all my Michigas here and be on my way back to my favorite place in the world, and my doggy will be okay, and everything will be good.
Yay.
So yeah, I do not sound like Nicole Bass, you mother effer. Okay,
She was all nasally. wasn't she?
Montague.
I miss Monica. You know what?
She was so awesome.
She was awesome on the
She was
show.
awesome.
She was a really good friend.
She was a mess. That's why she was awesome.
But she was a friend of the court, our court, and I like that about
I don't know,
her.
man. She was a mess.
Yeah, of course, she was a hot mess. She was living in the back of a Italian cappuccino store.
Didn't she choke on vomit and someone else's vomit at that?
I don't know what you're talking about. You mean how she died?
Yeah. Oh no, how she lived.
No, I think she had some sort of heart issues. You know, she was on a lot of
Xavier?
drugs, and she was,
Xavier, that sounded like something out of Spinal Tap.
It
It
is
actually
out of
was
Spinal
something
Tap.
out of Spinal Tap. The drummer
100%.
died on someone else's
Yes,
vomit.
exactly.
That's not all natural, Monique. You mean
Her
that's
her
steroid
ticker didn't
induced?
go.
yeah,
to 11.
exactly. Okay, you're so right. It is better to look good than it is to feel good. I agree with
Absolutely.
you. So
That's what
show must
Fernando
go
said.
on.
Luke Marvelous.
That's the most vapid thing I've ever heard of. You vacuous soma, you.
Well, kind of like what's her face saying, nothing tastes as good as thin feels.
Yes.
Who said that?
Who coined that? Actually.
Ooh.
That's what's her face, Kate Moss.
Oh, she did do. Okay.
Of course she would
that's
say
crazy.
that.
Nothing tastes as good as thin feels.
She got killed for that.
She did get killed for that,
That was like one of those
But she's
calendars
right.
long before her.
What
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, well, it's one of my very first jobs. I worked with this fat lady, and she had a calendar, and it said on there like nothing feels as good as being skinny or some
tastes as
shit
good.
like that.
It
Yeah,
might
whatever
be
the
one
fuck.
of those things that Kate Moss got blamed for, and Xavier's right that it actually is a 20-year predated quote that she got tacked with.
100%.
I
dude.
don't. I think Xavier's right.
I remember.
but-
I mean, I remember that like back in the like late '80s, or early '90s, seeing that. When did
Is
she
it-
die?
Is it wrong that I believe that she's right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Well,
Well, Kate Moss isn't dead,
Made a
so
weird
that
one.
has nothing to do with Nicole Bass, but that's the saying.
Kate Moss got blamed for all anorexia from 1991.
Well,
to
she-
but
today.
she was
yeah,
the,
heroin
uh,
chic, man.
Yeah.
She did heroin chic, exactly. And you know what? It's so funny that they would actually have her as like a model because she's only like 5'8". not
You're
even.
right, exactly right. It doesn't
Who
make
was
any right.
She was
right.
exclusive to one brand. What was the brand? It was.
She was
remember the
guest,
same one as
she
Nicole,
guest
wasn't
for
it?
a minute? Or
Remember the
Marc
Mark,
Jacobs?
Guess?
Mark commercial where they were
Was it
rolling
Guess
around
or was it
together?
some? What was it?
She may have
Ooh.
started with Guess.
Chanel?
But no, but Guess usually had like the Calvin Klein.
No.
Guess
Chanel?
usually had like
Oh,
the
you're right.
more
Guess had Claudia Schiffer, then they had Anna Nicole.
yeah, they had the more voluptuous girl.
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
Calvin Klein, I think.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
it.
Thank
That's
you.
it. That's it. That's it.
Thank you, Brizzo.
CK.
I said it already. What's wrong?
Thank
with
you, Brizzo.
people? Yeah.
She is, obviously doing the Deppening. She is doggedly difficult to find speaking audio of her. She so dodges everything. There's one shot at Stuttering John interviewing her outside of a premiere.
Oh,
She's
really?
completely
Asking her about throwing
inarticulate.
up.
She,
Yep.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
don't
I've
even think
never
she
heard her talk.
graduated
She's a
like
model.
10th grade.
She was like
not a-
she was last century's Harpo Marx.
Yeah, she testified at the Depp trial
I
too.
mean, she's not a rocket scientist. She's
She
a
isn't.
model.
Yeah,
It's the most
nobody
for
expects her to do
exactly
anything
4
except
minutes.
look good.
Exactly.
All right, so good evening, everybody. Welcome to Monday, May 8th. And today is Howard's first day back from his long, long journey down to Miami. The show pretty
Long
much
journey,
was a
exactly.
recap of what happened down there, and some very weird shenanigans apparently went on with the staff. I didn't do a lot of recording of that stuff because I just
Good.
don't care
But you're sick.
about
It's
what
hard to do.
happened with them. I somehow wound up with 24 clips. I don't know how. It doesn't mean that we have to go through all of them.
No, we
it's
don't.
just that.
Your
Well, look.
OCD overrided your cold.
Oh my God! Did it ever? I mean,
Yeah.
I
Actually, the
rewound. I
first-
rewound and
Yeah,
started
it's
taping
hard not
again.
The
It's hard to
first
stop.
6 definitely we can skip. 7, 8,
Oh, horrible Trump versus
7 and 8.
DeSantis. Absolutely, we could skip
and
that.
the book thing, but we can talk about the book thing, the making of the book, which is hilariously
Which
Yeah,
is
bad.
the shout out. Okay, I
Can I
could
compliment
delete.
you,
Okay.
your Mocketeers with Spandrel and KT? You guys did a phenomenal, and Reno and everybody. You guys did a phenomenal job today. And I read through it. Spandrel had a great point that I've been thinking in my head all the time. Howard is to liberal what Trump is to Republican. Trump is a
Yeah.
fake Republican. He was a liberal for years and years and years until he saw the easy path to win, and that was getting the Republican nod. And then
But they're
that's
both
what happened.
narcissists.
And they're both narcissists.
They
There's
both-
so many similarities.
They're both able to shield their pasts and remake themselves into the
Well,
person
I'll
that they
even go
will
a little
be
bit
as well.
further. Is that at least well, Trump. The difference is that Donald Trump's smarter than Howard. I mean, that's one big huge difference.
Well,
Howard
who's
is
not?
stupid. No, Howard's pretty stupid, and he shows it today. He says some
Yet
things today.
he somehow was able to, make millions of dollars that
Because
we will
he
never
hooked up
in our
he's
lifetime
smart enough
see.
to hook up with the right person. His
Thank you,
father
Jerry.
told him. His father told him to get the good agent. He was very smart
And
about
he
that.
did. And he
And
did.
he did, and he listens to Don. All he does is
I
do what
thought you
Don
were talking
says.
about Trump. His father told him not to have blacks in his building. I thought that's where you're going.
That too. Before we
inherit
start the
$600
show,
million.
I do want to just make sure everybody is aware of the concert that we're
Concert?
Okay, stop it. The contest that
La,
we're
la,
doing.
la, 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 la.
I want to play that for you right now. I just put it up on the RadioGunk YouTube channel. I shall play it for you right now. Just remember, we are doing this contest, and you guys should really pay attention to it. That's all I got. Okay.
1, 2,
It gets better.
3.
It really does. It's so good. By the way, the guy who sings this, because I just checked it out, has less followers than us.
Well, look at these lyrics.
And also, the song is 10 years old.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, that's when that video's from.
Say goodbye to the days, golden nights, empty trees, full of life, colors new, and it's all
Right there, that note hit
for you. Here's my favorite part.
Blue sky, so on the way.
Thank you.
It's just like a beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Nice
Okay, so what you need to know is obviously
Christ.
you
So
are
bad.
entered then to win a limited edition sweatshirt or organic cotton tee, proclaiming yourself as a RadioGunk Mocketeer. Last day to enter is on June 15th. You can do an MP3, an MP4, a WAV, whatever kind of file you want. We'll figure out how to open it. And just sing along to that song as best you can or as worse as you can. I mean, whatever works for you works for us. Okay, so you do that, and we will play it, and we'll have fun with it, and it'll be a silly little thing. And there are
Whatever-
certain people
whatever
on here, G Canada, Chaka Khan, Radio Gaga, that I fully expect to submit something to this
Yeah.
wonderful.
You got till June. You got till late June, mid
So-
June, whatever.
Exactly.
Having to had learned the lyrics to that is the absolute most vapid idiotic.
Vapid.
Well, and it thinks it's
moronic
deep. Even
statements
worse, Dennis.
ever.
It thinks
What?
it's deep when he does it.
I
he
know,
thinks
that's what
he's
I
like-
mean. It's-
Yeah, he's
I
spiritual,
know.
and it thinks it's deep.
So on that particular clip, I did link you to the
wanna touch the
actual song. I want to touch
Sorry.
the wig.
Mikel, I put 50
So-
grand in
So
escrow.
I linked you to the original song in there so that you can hear it. Unfortunately and fortunately, our version of it is not up, and I fear that we would get taken down if I did put it up. But you know that mother effer Bon Jovial. I was listening to it today, and this is what happened.
I wanna feel the sun, have barbecues. I wanna see my friends, the old and new. We'll turn on the game and share some laughs. And we'll play this and that. And now we'll say goodbye to rainy days, to the colder nights. And
Oh
the
wait,
empty
did he
trees.
delete it? That bastard.
Full of life.
Oh, that
And
mother.
that's all.
You know.
Okay, that counts as an actual play. You're not allowed to play it again for us as a podcast.
Okay.
Oh, darn.
That was it.
No,
Sorry.
apparently,
We have quotas.
I swear to God, I played it earlier,
You sure you
and
didn't have a fever dream?
on it was just giant words that said "most overplayed video on Gunk," "most overplayed video on Gunk," and it was just
Right on.
blinking
Sure.
on me.
I never get sick of it. I think I think your
Bon.
timing
Really?
gets better.
I
and better.
love.
I never
I'm
get
the
sick
one
of
who
it.
I'm the one who discovered it.
I'm the one. you know,
all the
I love-
views
I
on
love-
its YouTube are me.
We'll play-
8,000, and they're all me.
I
And
love
you
that
never
we'll
get
play
tired of it.
this or that. Whatever
This
the hell
or
that.
that.
Is. This or that.
You know, ironically, it is a gay man, David, who did that over, and he actually pumps testosterone into that song.
Absolutely. Zero doubt.
He made it very masculine.
He actually made it more masculine right then.
All right, so
Every
seriously,
time I
you
hear that
guys,
song, I just think of the sweet release that crashing my car into a tree at 7 a.m.
No, really, you guys, you know, you love being on here with us. You love playing with us. You don't even have to tell us your real name. Just submit something, and
You don't have to write to do a parody either. It's as is. It's
whatever
just
you want to do.
yeah,
Just
rap.
do
along,
something
baby. Yeah.
silly,
Sing along.
and just have fun with it. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you people? And you know what? If you don't do this contest, I swear to God, I'm never going to make another
If you
contest
don't do it, don't
again.
do it. Simple
Now,
as
wow,
that.
okay, they have some time, so we'll see. We'll see if they do it.
It's
That's
a
all.
cool hoodie, man.
It's a cool friggin' hoodie. And you know what? I will just buy all four of us a friggin' hoodie, and that'll
That's
be the end
right.
of it. So F all y'all if you don't want to participate
Look
with
at
us.
you, the 12% black, and you coming out with all y'all.
That was oh no, child.
Yes,
oh no,
Rick the
you
electricity.
didn't.
The same David on the Deppening. Yes, it is. The same dude. He plays
Mo,
more
no
instruments than.
Hey, Crazy
Oh,
Robin,
no,
see,
Prince
I want
and
you to do
Beck.
it too. Come on, you guys. Tamara, come
Yes.
on. It is
you
a
know
good
what?
hoodie.
You gotta
That
show
makes
us
the
your
one
tone-
dude that does it a guaranteed to get the hoodie. There you go.
Exactly. The
Exactly.
one,
You guys do
it'll be
you.
like G Canada, but then
You
I won't ship it to
know-
Canada. We'll have
You know,
problems.
Tamara has Tony Braxton pipes, right? Break my heart, say love me again.
I would have guessed Sade.
It's so
Oh
true.
yeah, that's a good one.
Don't
I
you
like
think?
Sade.
I am delirious. Coach, promise me that you will do this for me. And Farmer Justin, you bastard, you know you want to do it.
Justin.
Yes, Farmer Justin. Farmer Justin.
Crazy Robin called in once, so I think she'd be willing to sing.
Come on, Crazy
She
Robin.
had a great call in once.
And even
Twice.
David, you know what, David, I'm just going to give David a sweatshirt, t-shirt, whatever
Yeah,
he
you
wants,
might
just
as well.
for doing this for us.
You're not going to pay him in Jason Alexander videos, Monique? Like I do?
Is he getting paid in plugs?
plugs?
See?
We're gonna pay him in plugs.
See, the difference between us and every other stupid-ass podcast out there who,
Hey, Rick.
who aren't, like, tremendous, we actually give our listeners something as opposed to just
Hey,
taking
Rick,
from
just
you.
submit a
That's the
song. No one
difference.
else is. Save me
Exactly.
$125.
Exactly. $125 to purchase the hoodie. Rick, just sing, damn it.
Exactly,
just,
dude.
Just sing. Just sing.
You got a great compliment, Monique, from someone on Who Are These Podcasts. He said something like, I know they're weirdos and everything, and they're sycophants, but at least they don't beg for money every 20 seconds. That's why I listen. I swear to God, somebody said that in a chat I randomly saw. At least they don't beg for money every
We
20
literally
seconds like
give
every
shit
other
away. We take our money No joke. We take our
He was
money.
talking about Shuli. I think he was talking about Shuli.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Shuli.
this
Yeah.
ain't Uncle Rico.
You know what Shuli's nickname is on I think it was Fudgesicle. Shuli Begar. Instead of Egar.
Oh my God,
Christ.
how appropriate. Because you know the cost of living in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah. Hey. You know,
Hey.
There you go.
trash don't go on trees. You know how it goes.
Exactly, man.
I also heard I got some shit from somebody who listens to our show and just immediately went on to let Reverend Bob know that I was
Oh,
talking
the
shit
fans
about
only
his,
thing.
When-
OnlyFans.
when
his
was that?
stepdaughter
Yeah, when
or
was that?
something. And
Oh, ooh.
you know,
Wait,
it's so
isn't it true?
weird to me. Well, here's
Dude.
the weird thing. All I was saying is that she's 18 years old and she's on OnlyFans. Full stop. I mean, full stop. If that's your trajectory for what you want to do with your life, knock yourself out.
Yeah, that's
But
Here's
we
the
were
way I
having
look
the
at
fight.
it.
No, here's what we were doing. We were having a
Two
fight
months.
about that chick who's going to the University of Miami.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
saying, well, at least she's getting her degree as opposed to Reverend Bob's
basket weaving.
stepdaughter. But you know what? Listen, knock yourself out. I mean, I might even be jealous of the fact that you can be that age and parlay it into making tens of thousands of dollars a month.
Are you jealous that you don't have a stepdad with benefits?
Oh, that's horrible.
Only hacks.
Hey, you know what? I wouldn't know about it if that motherfucker wouldn't be talking about it.
Only hacks.
If you're gonna talk about it, be about it.
Yeah. Hold on. I got to put on my fan. It's
Monique,
Oh,
I'll warn you right
seriously?
now. You do not want to start a feud with the first chair on Miserable Men. You do not want that.
Oh
heat.
my God.
You don't want that heat.
Please.
I'm a little feverish. I need to put my fan on.
I mean, that kid is making like what quadruple in
What-
1
what
week
he makes.
than Bob made in.
Oh, I
his
know.
entire
It's more
career.
noble than
I
Chili
mean,
Show.
how much
Than
is
us. I mean,
Getting nude on
Yeah.
OnlyFans is
How
far
much-
more noble than
I mean,
what
how
Chili
much
does.
is
I
Bob
agree.
making at the firehouse? What, $100?
dude,
And
seriously.
all
I mean,
the chili he
hey,
can
look,
eat, Dennis.
this kid's. There's a thing on Jim Rome's
Shrimps.
called Scoreboard. She's got Scoreboard on us right now. She's making
shit.
fists
For now.
full of just money. So
Yeah, but-
Scoreboard,
Because
okay,
she
cool.
looks like Ariana Grande. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Knock
Whatever.
yourself
But
out.
Whatever.
but when that commodity runs out and then the money runs out, oh well.
You know what? Let's just hope that she's saved enough.
Good for
Money
her.
and doesn't get a drug
I'm sure
habit.
she's
That's the problem.
I'm sure she's like this century's Warren Buffett. She'll
Oh yeah,
she'll
absolutely.
turn that into like absolute a fortune more than it is.
She'll,
Yeah,
she'll
she-
end up buying Dairy Queen from
Yeah,
Warren
she'll-
Buffett.
There you go.
Speaking of Dairy Queen, let's get to Howard.
Actually, have you ever had those blizzards, man? That's
segue
got to be
there, I
like
like that.
500% profit on those things, huh?
All right, here we go. So we're going to start our show, and
Pray for
obviously
Mojo.
we have to
Pray
start with
for
the fact
Mojo.
that Howard came home from his huge trip to Miami, and for a moment thought that he might have COVID. So here we go. There's two clips.
So you want to see if you're one of them?
No, I woke up this morning and my stomach was bothering me. It could have been from dinner last night. I don't know, and then I felt like a fever. And I said to somebody here, I said, well, and then my wife tested me. And then she came down about a half hour ago, and the test was, here, I'll show you. Everything was flashing.
Testing.
So I'm listening to him talk about this test, right? Here we go. Just one more so we can talk about it.
I'll show you. This was my test. Can you see this? Wait, can you see my phone?
I see your phone, but I can't
Look.
make out what that
See?
photo is. I can't. Oh, I see it all flashing now.
Everything's
yeah.
flashing.
Yeah.
I think I might have something more serious. Everything is flashing. What the fuck? Oh, it came back. Let me see. You ready? Drum roll,
All
Fred,
right,
please.
We're finding out
So
live
important.
and in
So-
person.
So brave.
I
back.
am COVID
Free, of course, because
negative.
Ah,
So Beth comes down here and gave me a second test, and then snapped a photo of me with that stick up my nose and goes, "Can I post this?"
So I'm thinking about it, and I'm saying to myself, okay, so when that one time that I had COVID, I got those free tests from UPS or USPS, and you shove the thing up your nose and you shove it in the thing, and it's like a pregnancy test, and you have two lines, and you have it, and if you have one line, you don't. And I'm thinking to myself, that what the fuck kind of test is he talking about? Like, what is it that he has? So of course I have to look up what is the what is the most accurate COVID test like that's on the market now? So wait, you have to see this. So it turns out it's this friggin' thing. It's $30 per test. And you have to like put 2 AA batteries in it, and you shove the thing up your nose, and then you put it in this thing, and then it'll flash whether it's positive or negative. This
fucking real.
I have
is
so
what
many
he's
questions
doing.
right now, Mo. First of all, I have one of those for my drill. The second of all,
Exactly.
didn't he spend like $18,000 on a machine? What happened to that?
Oh, he did.
What happened to that? What a coinky dink.
He
the
did.
machine-
You know what? You could be right. It could be the machine.
But here's
It
the
could be-
thing, though. All right, so let's actually bring
Yeah,
some
the chat
science and
verifies
real
that.
science into this bullshit.
Real
So
science.
any type of
RadioGunk. Science
looking for
exclusive.
looking for any type of virus, especially something that small, you have to actually get the sample cleared down, and you have to actually have a technician that actually knows what they're doing to actually do it. It isn't something that random people can just fucking do. And those snap tests aren't especially those aren't very accurate.
You don't think
and-
Dr. Stephanopoulos and
Dr.
Wentworth know what they're doing, Dennis?
No, I don't think so.
Did he,
You know, and it
did he test
It's just
anally?
hilarious. His ability to try to stay out of the studio is getting kind of
No, you got to
pathetic at this
perpetuate
point.
the fear, right? You got to keep it going.
You know,
You got to keep the con going.
I'm
You're
sorry,
right,
Soma.
Dennis.
I'm actually married to a veterinarian that actually does.
Yeah, I'm married to a sort of doctor. I know
Yeah,
this
sort of
shit.
married
Damn
to a
it.
There you go.
doctor and actually work the business. It's okay though. I don't know anything. That's
Dennis,
right.
give
You
Soma
know,
a fake
Yeah.
punch. Get right into the camera. Fake punch.
You tell him about that mitochondrial DNA.
No, just like real.
You do it. This is like all petri dish all day chat here.
He is just trying to keep this whole lie
Yes,
going.
keep
the con
Stay
going.
home.
But
why?
I completely agree, Dennis. And then, which makes it even funnier that last night that Beth is posting them eating at a fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, and like how many
Dennis,
pictures?
will you pull that up for us, please, sir?
Yes, of course. I love
course.
that one.
My Insta friend.
It's the one where it's like cousin It looking down.
He knows. He knows. He
Gee.
knows.
You know what? It can
Is
get
it most of
confusing
the
on that.
pictures?
He knows. Well, while he's looking for that, let's talk about his mother, whom he hasn't spoken of in a long time. Actually,
Yeah,
I guess
think
it's
she's
out of
dead.
sight, out of mind. Since he's
Yeah.
been in Florida, it's not
Out of
really a big
death.
deal to him.
You can't make eye
But
contact.
let's
play
let's talk about
taps?
her passing out over the weekend.
Yeah. I was busy with my mother. She
I don't believe that.
passed out or something for a few minutes this weekend, but then she was fine.
Nice energy.
Everything was
Wow.
fine. They checked her out.
I mean, what do you mean she passed out? Was she
I don't know. She went kind of limp.
I got it then.
Like, just for
was
a few
she
minutes.
sitting in a chair, walking somewhere?
No, she was going to the bathroom and then she kind of.
Ah,
That's what Beth does. 10
95,
times a
all
day,
kinds of
fake
weird
faints.
shit happens, but she's fine now.
Okay, so
Sure.
she passed out. Let's look at this fucking
raised
ponderous,
Jesus
ponderous
Christ.
damn picture. Who does that? Okay, I know I did the clavicle last week, but let's talk about this one. Okay,
This is so
so here she is.
presumptuous. So
With the
Here she is.
extensions, lots of extensions.
Let's put the hair.
Absolutely.
I know. I can hardly get my hair. I can hardly get my.
Is it trying to read the tea leaves in the wine? I don't know what's going on there.
So you really
Something.
need to shove your hair over all the way. She's
She's so
Look at
fat.
she's just
I think she can lose 10 pounds, Robin.
Absolutely.
pondering
Look
her.
at that.
She's pondering her wine. She's like pondering.
Is it
the
really
wine. She's
pondering the wine?
I don't know what the fuck she's doing.
Pondering
I don't
the
know
wine,
what she's doing.
That,
don't
there was
even
a, there was a
understand.
little.
She's modeling.
She's
She's
modeling.
modeling.
Right,
Yeah.
she's modeling.
Modeling.
Mado.
She's
Look at that
modeling.
Mado with the big. Look at that football head.
Penny
That football
Saver.
head
I'm
is-
ready for my close up.
She's right. No upper arm. I know. Look at her arm. It's like
It's all the
sad.
same size. It is literally from the shoulder to the wrist is the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
size.
yeah.
Like it could wear a bracelet all the way up here.
Okay, Mo, read the little caption thingy for us, please.
There was a,
Oh, I
there was
can
a-
Let
read
me
that?
blow it up. Let me blow it up a little bit.
Oh, you could read that.
I
Savior.
mean, no, but I mean, I've already read it, so I mean, want me to read it?
I
There
can
it is.
read. Okay, Howard and I are out to dinner celebrating all the homeless animals who found their forever homes today at Animal League's Adopt-a-thon. Yeah, that's sure. That's what you're celebrating.
Okay.
Sure.
So
sure.
you're 1,200 miles away from them, did no work at all. Zero.
At all.
0.0 work, but you're out celebrating.
But fuck
That's
it, let's go
right.
celebrate. Let's go celebrate.
It's wine o'clock.
It's wine o'clock.
It's always wine o'clock.
It's full
Yeah, yeah.
sunlight outside, which means it's like earlier than like 7:30, right?
Look how empty the place is because no one's eating dinner yet.
No, of course
Exactly.
not.
Early.
People are just wrapping up lunch.
Monique,
What's
I,
going on?
I sent you the
Exactly.
little mini chat on this. I really thought it was good. It was only like 20 posts, but they were all really good, commenting on this. And one of them, I think, was 112
DDLG.
rigs. I sent it to you in the private chat if you want to show it. Because Monsoon is a huge rant, and I'm not going to read that. I think it's better if you read it or we see it. And somebody just says, can't she just take a normal picture ever? Ever. Is everything got to be? You know, it took 60 takes to do this. Is there ever just a normal picture? Ever?
No.
Just incapable of it.
All right, let's read some of the commentary. Hang on, I'm going to add to the
Cookie
stream.
says,
Here we are. Okay. Hide the face, show the dent between the fake tits. WTF,
Yes,
you can't just take a
112
normal
rigs.
picture. Living dangerously with no mask. Wonder what the over-under is on how many glasses of wine Beth will have. Beautiful candid. Can't she just
Yeah,
dig a hole, get
candid.
in it, and die? It's her demure look. Please, supermodels don't take normal pictures. How many NBA players came up to the people at the background table?
Rubber biscuit, you've done it again.
Okay, and then of course Monsoon for the win. Let's see. Ugly super jaw turned down and away because it's ugly and scary. What's the matter, Beefus? Can't do that strain and look a fool? Smile, horse teeth. Cheap, shitty jewelry, no tits, cheap dress, drinking wine as fast as it can. But the funniest is the tits. Beefus tried like he'll push up those saggy little drips on its chest. It's wearing a padded push-up bra with inserts.
Damn.
Looks
That's
embarrassed.
like Shakespeare.
She's brutal. Looks embarrassed. What's the matter, sweet love? Wiggy didn't buy you any tits? Or is it sitting there with you humiliating and ugly Howard Stern? You're such a loser. You suck his feet for lunch. No nails. God, you're so ugly and masculine, Trenio. Almost bang a clock. Do you take your top off as does Wiggy wear a blindfold? Did your felonious parents ask for some cash again? Is that how your face...
Well, you know what? No,
The top layer of skin is atrophied or sagging muscles and you need about
Nice use of
$100,000
atrophied,
facelift.
Monsoon.
Where did you get that super cheap bracelet or those big man mitts you wear it all the time? Those free lunch, elbows off the table, pig. Don't
Scorched
remember
earth.
finishing school. No hats or elbows. Boys don't wear dresses.
Oh, that is
Wow,
particularly good.
that's our
napalm right there,
Monsoon.
man.
You had me at atrophied, Monsoon. You had me. By the way, how is Monsoon not on the fashion police? Is that not the tailor-made job for her?
You know why?
Absolutely.
Because she is so laser focused on Beth that she can see nothing other than that. Oh my God! See, like the legit just said the same thing. She looks miserable. Like she wants to crawl inside that glass of wine and never come out. The face and what has become her life has become. The people in the background are probably just finishing lunch. That's what I just said. And it's just only 3:00 in the afternoon. Howard and Beth are having dinner so he can get back to his room and get to sleep by 7:30.
Nice
Yes.
little dude.
Well, here's the thing.
Yes,
if
they are still in
McDonald's is
Palm
still not
Beach.
serving lunch, it's not considered dinner for most
It's
people.
not considered dinner. That's exactly right. Yeah, but you know what? There's a lot of old people in Florida. Early bird special is very
The
prominent.
The early bird doesn't start till like 4:30.
4:35.
4:30
Yes.
or 5. Depends.
Yes.
But not at 3:00 in the afternoon.
In,
I know
instead
that.
of Florida, I mean, dinner is like 10 p.m., bro.
Celebrating pet
Miami?
adoptions.
Wow.
That dinner
Absolutely.
could have funded a rescue organization
Yeah,
for
really.
a month.
Like,
Brainless
Yes.
For real.
Harry Vayner.
She wants to be banged so hard.
Slap
Delicious.
the yarmulke. That's
Love
such a
these.
great
Love,
name.
love, love. Great comments, you guys. All right,
Thank
let's
you,
move
Beth.
on a
Keep
little
them coming.
bit, shall we? Like and subscribe. So, of course, Ashley, who might be just as smart as her father, if not smarter, apparently there's a word that you use for people who have not had COVID. So here we go. Now you can all know. Here we go.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I know.
I need the push. Listen, I got to get out there. And I've decided if I get the COVID, I get the COVID. My daughter was telling me
The
if you've
COVID.
never had COVID, you have novid. Novid, that's the term they use. No
Who
What
Who's
does
they?
that mean? What does that
Means
look
we-
like?
Morons.
Who uses that? I've never heard
Morons.
that word in my life until today. So, yeah.
That's what you and I, Novid. We don't have COVID. We never had it.
Okay, and is that a good thing, bad thing? Do you have better chances or worse chances? What's going on
No, it's just
with
a thing.
COVID?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gold star patients.
Isn't,
Okay, you're a dick. So he continues with this whole COVID thing, and the feeling he's having is that he might have it because he actually shook Anita's hand. So he's really kind of worried
sure.
about that. 20 seconds here.
And you know, when I was in Miami, I didn't even tell you this. I don't know if you were
I
able
didn't
to
tell
see
you this.
Robin on the
I didn't tell you
monitor, but
this.
when Anita came in, I shook her hand. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I shook Anita's hand.
What a veal, this guy.
There you go.
yeah.
Didn't
So-
you have your arm around Jerry Seinfeld and Neil Patrick Harris in the picture you won't talk about?
Absolutely.
Yes,
A year and a
Dennis,
half
do you
ago?
have that somewhere?
Oh, hold on. I will
Hunched
find it.
over
Yeah,
and
I
rubbing
know where
against
it
them?
is. Hold on.
By the way, chat, the reason why you just heard your general physician charges a copayment, that $20 you have to pay, Howard is the reason why. The hypochondriac fake appointments, they try to keep him out of the waiting room. That's the reason that's every reason. it's
Either
copayments.
that or it's the homeless people, which my brother-in-law would call gomers, which are get out of my emergency room, because nobody wants to treat them because they seem to be able to get hit by cars, trains, buses, fucking bicycles, be run over, get beaten over the head with a bat. They go into the hospital, and somehow they're perfectly fine the next
Hey, I
day.
told him I
Poor
was
man.
sorry.
That's quite a dichotomy.
All
in
right,
range.
I got it. Because, yeah. I just love this pic. I love this picto.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's never spoken about this. This was one.
No,
this is right up there with
he has not.
the Williamsburg
Yeah,
picture.
look at that.
Yeah.
Look
at that face.
One big happy.
No
And
germs.
this is during COVID. This isn't even
Yes.
like just a couple of weeks ago. This is like
This is almost 2 years ago.
peak COVID.
Year and a half. Yeah, like a year and a half ago, 2 years
Peak
ago.
COVID.
Who are these people?
Yeah,
Now, that's so okay? So Neil Patrick Harris in the back with his husband. Who are these people on the right? I don't know.
We
cares?
named them before.
We knew at the time, but we don't know
Yes.
now. We don't care either.
It doesn't matter. And I like what Beefus is wearing. It's like the drapes.
He's saying that that picture's from 2017. No, I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
after
No, it is
COVID.
not.
I'm positive it's after COVID. We were
No, this is during COVID. This is when they
Really?
all came over. This is when it came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not 2017.
This is when it first was cleared. You could kind of see people, and like the first wave of that.
It looks like a picture from Professor X's Mutant School.
Is that Colossus?
Yep,
Oh,
it's
really?
it's on Neil Patrick Harris Pinterest from 2 years ago. It should be 21. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there, no,
Peak.
No, I remember it was during
Peak.
COVID, man.
yeah.
That's right.
At
least
Mr.
it was
House.
posted during
COVID for
COVID.
thee, not for me. That's
You weren't in the room.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Mr. Sons of Italian, the gayest thing you've ever said is Neil Patrick Harris Pinterest.
Yes, I had to go beat myself with a hammer now.
That's where I found it. That's where it was.
The bigger
I-
the TV star, the less inclined you are to have to you. There's a direct correlation.
absolutely.
To
It's
not having,
scientifically proven.
right. Scientifically proven.
Scientific proven. You can't get cooties from big TV stars.
Yes. Be
Okay,
less
so then
robot.
they get
Well,
into a
duh.
conversation about, apparently some big fight went down whilst they were out there. All the guys got kind of drunk. Big fight. Okay, there's a couple of clips here. So let me just let me put them into a better order here. Let's start with shout outs for the horrible Prince Harry book. So we decided to skip some of these clips because they were just really awful. But they did one of those usual cut up a book about Prince Harry. And
Do they go
and
into the whole
clips.
background in this clip?
So let's hear. I'm not really sure what I
'cause
got on this.
I have so much on this.
Okay, so they start talking. Richard comes on, and I feel like Richard didn't go to Miami because he didn't want to. Like that's what it sounded
But
like to me.
Here's my thought on that. Richard could have zoomed on in like he does any other show. Why couldn't he zoom on in to do the Miami show?
Because they didn't need him because they had 30
Yeah,
fucking
well,
guys
yeah,
down
I
there.
understand
So
that, but he could have zoomed in. I mean,
he could have, but there was nothing for him to.
Well, there's
what
nothing
he-
for him to do normally. I mean,
Well, that's true. So his big claim to fame for this year is cutting up the Prince Harry book. So Howard, in some bizarre fashion, is now very into people coming online and taking a bow, if you will, for all of their hard work. So this is the shout outs for the Prince Harry book.
Richard, did you put this together? Because it's pretty intense. It does take him a long time to do all this.
Well, you get 4,000.
You want to take a bow
Yep.
on this one? Were you in on
Thank you,
it?
Howard. We have a team that does this now. I used to do
They have a team to cut up audiobooks so
So-
that stupid
amazing.
sentences.
So wait. So here's my thing, though. Then what the hell was Richard doing last week? Because if there's a team doing this, Richard's not doing any work.
He just
No, this was already
identified
done
the
though.
idea-
We've
No.
heard clips from this like
Yeah, but
2-3 weeks ago.
He said they did more last week, and like, what would they? I mean, what were these guys doing all week? Because they weren't on air. They didn't produce anything. Like, what is Benji doing?
Well, you heard the show, Dennis. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, what
Let
was
us
Fred?
continue.
Fred
Let us
was
continue.
off last week.
Let us
Fred-
continue.
A lot of this myself, but it would take me months. So now we actually have an awesome team of like writers and editors that work on
Writers,
this
we're
thing.
calling
So
it.
they should all
Well-
take a bow as well.
Will AI kill this bit eventually?
Yes.
Because they'll be able to take Prince Harry's voice and just
Didn't we mention that like 2 weeks ago? That AI was
yeah,
going
we
to
did.
take over for this? Yeah.
make up something. You know what I mean?
I don't think so, because there's something funny to me about the choppiness of this.
No,
Oh my
there's
God.
really
You see
nothing
what
funny about
Jeremy
that.
wrote?
Nah,
Monique?
nah, he's wrong.
That's funny. I remember.
This is
I
like
remember Richard
Taco
was-
Tico.
I think Richard has a bench warrant out for his arrest in Florida from his time living in a storage room in Florida, and that's why he can't go back down
those
there.
are his
Oh, I love
origins.
that.
That's a really interesting theory, Jeremy. That's fantastic.
It's interesting.
I do love that.
I wonder where
So-
he got that from.
Apparently, the guys got into a fight while they were down there. I don't know enough about
Fake
this,
fight.
and I don't know what the story is behind it. But apparently, there was a big fight. So, Dennis, with your finger point,
so-
get that Gindaloon finger down and tell us what happened.
Oh,
All right. So what happened is they had this this party for bachelor party or dinner for Ronnie.
Yeah, like an
And-
engagement slash
Yeah,
bachelor
whatever,
party.
some bullshit. It was made for the show. They even had security guys there. They had two
I'm
security
going to talk about
guys
that.
there.
No, please, you're jumping ahead, Dennis.
I'm
come
setting the tone.
on.
I'm setting the.
this show's so stupid.
So, but the thing is, the whole thing was they were getting upset because it was Perlman with Ronnie just being an absolute dick, and then JD for some reason or other getting really upset because Ronnie left the show, even though he's 70-something years old and
He retired.
Jesus Christ! So it was really, but everything sounds very set up for the show.
Right.
It sounded like a lot of scripted stuff.
Yes.
It really didn't.
Well, they were
sound
filming it all.
organic.
They were recording it all.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
there was a one point. Wolfie is like, I was assigned to JD, so I listened to everything that he was saying. Rio Gaga says it doesn't sound like Sam was in Miami at all. Not a single mention of her. And plus, I don't know if Howard's met her in person yet. Anyways, no mention of her. So her impressions had to be via Zoom. I'm not going to agree with you.
She went.
I think she was
She
there.
went.
I think
She went.
was
They
there.
said last week that she was going to Miami.
Yes.
And then-
Listen, there were almost 30 people there from the Stern Show. I'm
And-
pretty sure she was there.
And I think she was hanging out with. She was watching Sal, keeping an eye on Sal because he was going to the female. And there's only a couple of females on that staff.
Right.
She was babysitting Sal when he was getting drunk.
They apparently all had watchers. Is
They
what
know
it is.
exactly what they're doing. They know exactly who's watching. They know exactly what Howard wants. They know every
It's
move
like
is
a,
calculated.
it's like a
It's wrestling.
stupid, retarded, whack pack version of like a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh, that's
You know,
far more real.
except
The
that they
Housewives.
don't
Yeah, that's
know
exactly.
they don't know how to turn it on and off the
Right.
way those women do at this point. So no invite for her
Right
for
on.
the dinner then. Maybe not for that dinner. Who knows? And
She
who
wa-
knows
she
how
was
in she
there.
is.
No, she was there
Which
because
dinner? Which dinner? There were
The
several.
Ronnie dinner. The Ronnie one, she was there because she was babysitting Sal.
Oh, there you go. See, this is
Yeah.
a part of the show I wasn't even listening to. But
I don't know. I'm upset that I know this. Okay?
I am sad. I'm sad that you
I'm
do too.
sad that I know
But
this.
apparently, Howard was a little upset that they were thinking that Ronnie was fired or that he left the show or whatever. So here's his little tirade.
Like everybody else.
fucking Ronnie quit the show. If he's walking around feeling depressed because he's no longer in the mix, what are you fucking blaming me for?
How did you get
I
blamed?
wasn't blaming you.
Listen to JD crying over there on these clips.
If I was not blaming you. at all.
You when you were sitting there crying on tape. Oh, I feel bad for Ronnie because he's all upset that he saw Billy be doing security and he feels left out and he feels useless. I'm like,
that's not
oh, well, that's what
blaming
happens
you.
when
That's
what
not
happens when you
blaming you.
retire. Yes, it
I'm not
is.
blaming you,
Dude.
Well, that's blaming like Ronnie got fired or something.
No,
Ronnie
I
fucking
was- I
split.
felt bad.
I told him he
I
was going to
felt-
feel useless.
Yeah, after you're right.
Wow.
This fucking guy quit this show.
Yeah,
I told you he
there's
was going to
Brasco.
feel useless.
Howard Brasco there.
Monique, your Housewives comparison is brilliant. It's exactly what. In fact, I think the Housewives are more authentic than this.
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
but they've
exactly
been
what they
doing it
want.
long enough now, so
Yeah.
they understand
Exactly
what
he
to do
wants.
to make good
Yep.
good TV.
Listen to the words that Howard uses to describe this guy that's 70, he retired
Yeah.
at 73 years old. I mean,
I
73.
worked with him for over 30 years.
Exactly, 73 years old. And he's not even giving him like the humanity that, he's 73 years old and he's retiring.
It's like
and he's
expecting
still
Vida
on the
Blue
show.
to still pitch for San Francisco, Dennis, right?
Yeah, exactly.
R.I.P. Vida. Vida, by the way, wasn't he the only guy that had his first name on his jersey?
I think you're right.
I think he
you're,
was.
yeah.
Vida?
Cesar
Yeah.
Cedeno and
Instead of
Vida
blue, blue is
Yeah.
awesome.
The
greatest
back
name.
of his shirt said Vida.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
he'd rather be Vida.
Yeah. But
Freddy
you know what? It
Greenbacks.
just goes down to the fact that everything that isn't complete ass kissery is considered a slight to Howard.
Yeah.
So how dare you do X, Y, Z and you're not kissing my ass?
Well, that's the
I mean,
mandate. Make
in many
Howard
ways,
happy.
he's
It's written all over the studio.
Why did he? This is why he didn't go to the dinner. This is why he didn't wish him farewell, because he's resentful. Anybody that does that is automatically like put in the shit category for Howard.
He just doesn't like the fact that Ronnie actually has fun and is living and enjoying his life.
That's beside the point.
Well,
You know,
It
Howard
also
actually
makes the
beside the
COVID
point.
outrage look worse.
No, but
It also
Howard
makes-
actually said today, "I'm not fun," because he was talking about Miami. And it's like it's not for me. I'm not fun.
I'm
I
not
don't.
fun.
I don't go out.
I don't
I'm
like
not
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
I'm no fun.
That's also hot topic blackface. He's trying to look brooding and tortured.
Yeah,
too.
but listen
is
to what
true.
he's saying.
He's not fun.
This is what he's saying. Like, oh, that's what you get when you retire, blah blah blah. Yeah, you know what? It just the man is incapable of being happy for anybody. Everything that isn't licking his balls is a slight.
Why is
It's
that?
like-
Because it's not.
Because-
That's
because
not
he's a
backward compliment,
narcissist, bro.
Because he's a big. Yes, a narcissist.
He's a narcissist.
Big,
That's what
fat
narcissists do.
king, baby, spoiled brat who's got
You know,
nothing but his way his whole life.
I mean,
so there's no
you
satisfying.
can be cutesy about it, but he's just a straight out narcissist.
So let's talk a little bit about the big fight and everybody crying. I have no idea what's even on this clip.
this
I
is
wasn't even paying
ridiculous.
attention to
This
it
is
when I
too.
was cutting them. So here we go.
Jason, did you call your wife? Were you that upset that like you needed
I
to-
did. Well, I got home and back to the hotel, and like I just needed to process what was going on, and
Right.
I called my wife, and I just go, I think that was the single worst experience I've ever had working on this show, and 20 plus years I've been here, and it was just look. Nothing happened. Nothing, listen, everyone's safe and, nothing horrible happened. But the bad feelings and the amount of just talking people like, hey, everything's going to be okay. Please don't quit the show. Please come back to the.
Don't leave. Don't
You
leave
have
right
no
away.
material about it.
Jesus, when they run out of tampons at this thing, my God.
Exactly. Nobody washed the sand out of their vaginas,
Holy
apparently,
Christ.
in Miami.
Well, they have no
damn.
material without him. I mean, they spend how much time on him during the week? They won't hire a new comedian to fill that spot. So they have nothing without him. They can't fill his time.
I think.
What would
I
they
think
do
Marlon
if they didn't have
Brando.
Ronnie's bullshit?
Marlon Brando
did.
said it best. You can act like a man.
Yeah.
Can act
Jesus
like a man. Exactly.
Wasn't that Georgie Scott?
No, that was Marlon
Are you
Brando.
sure it wasn't Patton?
I agree with Hattori Hanzo. Manufactured
Patton?
bullshit.
No,
it was
Patton.
Patton,
Just
Georgie
slapped
Scott.
the guy that was having a nervous breakdown. But
I could be
Brando
No, that
totally
was
did
wrong.
Brando.
Whatever. Yeah.
to Johnny Fontaine when he's going, Godfather, I don't know what to do. You can act like a man.
I'm with,
You go out to Hollywood, you're
Dorian,
the big Hollywood finoke.
I'm with Dorian Morgan and Hattori Hanzo.
Seriously?
Manufactured bullshit.
Seriously, like in a fight, the boys from Lambda could wipe the floor with these guys.
Lamar Monroe.
Absolutely.
We rented
No
the
men
nerds in
left
case
on that
anybody didn't
show.
get that.
So then, so what Dennis was saying before, which I had a clip about, are you kidding me that they had to have security guards? Are you kidding me? So let's talk about this at the back end of the clip.
You know what this sounds to me?
Ronnie's
Hang
upset, so
on,
you're
hang on.
bawling
No,
and crying.
Can I be fresh?
Hang on.
This sounds
Let
to me
me-
like they're just burning budget.
Of course they are. Just hang on.
And Howard, we
Hang on. Shh.
And Howard, we had 2 professional security guards with us the entire time. Like big, hulking, muscular security guards. And they're standing around. They are looking at each other like they don't know what to make of us. All it is like 40-year-old men crying everywhere. And then they're like, we were hired to like protect you guys from having like fans come up and what.
Are you kidding me?
Fans?
That you hired people? Are you that self-important?
And instead, no fans came up.
Yeah, they have to separate Perlman and Ronnie.
People ran from us. They didn't come up to us. They ran away from us.
Talking.
Can we just discuss the 2 security guards that were needed for this show? Like, seriously?
Why do terrorists hate us? Yet another reason.
No. Why?
I don't know. They were at
To
a
make them
regular.
There's
They were at a
reasons.
regular restaurant, and it's just the burn, like Xavier said, the burn budget.
Yeah, use it or lose it, right? So let's just, and it makes them feel. Howard can't be anywhere, and they can't feel anywhere that would have. It makes them feel important, like they're back at Sirius, and it makes them feel superior to Cohen's show. I'd love to know anyone that was there who exactly tried to see them, talk to them, accost them.
And why is that
harass
not
them.
okay? You're a bunch of disgusting,
Bro.
one step above whack pack losers
Yep.
that nobody in the real world would look at twice.
You
ever.
wish people would come up to you. You want that so
you
bad.
wish any
That-
human being would acknowledge you in the street. Other than being on the show, you are no. And JD, you stupid, disgusting, slimy ball of fuck. You are the most disgusting animal known to mankind. There's not a single woman except for a fucking grifter wannabe who wants to catapult herself on social media. She used you, okay? She only blew you because she had to. In reality, you probably stink like fucking cheese, and you're a disgusting fucking animal, okay? Nobody's coming up to you.
Your job was done by Big Black and Melrose Larry Green over VHS tape over the phone, and they did it far better than you did, and they're better on the air than you. You absolutely suck at everything. You're everything wrong with this show. Any focus on you is everything wrong with this show.
But to have security guards, like,
Mo.
what?
No, what? I have in Miami alone. I've been with Little John, Flo Rida, the kids from Jersey Shore during their peak. Nobody gave a fuck.
Nobody.
It's just hysterical that JD also needs security. What a bunch of.
I mean, and the funniest thing though is especially Miami Beach, like no one cares about celebrities.
There are so many people.
I know.
There are 10,000 people prettier, more attractive, more popular,
charismatic,
more
funnier,
more everything
talented, funnier,
than
charismatic.
you 12 miscreants having fucking calamari at some stupid ass restaurant in the middle of like you're all sweaty and fucking
Mo's gonna
fat
blow
and
up.
disgusting. You're really just a bunch of miscreants who are just out
here's
with
the
each
thing.
other like you just got off the yellow school bus and instead of going into your
Filibuster here.
stupid class, you decide to go to fucking lunch together.
I'll
That's
go a
who
step
you are.
further. They could do that same
hours
thing in
later.
New York, and they wouldn't be noticed. They could pull the same shit in New York, ground zero.
This is
Morlock
my-
shitbags, and they wouldn't be noticed or no one would come up to them
Absolutely.
in New
This
York.
is Miami. Miami is only cool to be cool. You do not acknowledge someone else's fame. That's a total.
Nobody cares about you. What do you
Nobody-
think? What do you think?
Everybody's
400-pound
about
fucking
themselves.
Shaniqua
Miami
in her
everybody's about themselves.
thong
Nobody's
bathing
gonna
suit and her
ever
mesh
even-
fucking cover up
First
is
of all-
gonna come up to you
First of
with her
all,
14-inch fucking nails
3
and be
hours
like,
later-
"Oh, yo, hey JD, what's up with you? Fuck you. Nobody cares about
I wish
you.
Mo had an opinion about this.
Nobody.
Gunga Dingo's Monique saves hate for family.
Hey.
It's true though, you guys.
Usually when an Italian goes off like Mo, there's usually a send flowers to the family.
There's usually Sonny Black on a rooftop with pigeons.
Exactly,
staring at
man. Like, woo. Mo's like freaking.
I am
shout,
not
okay?
wrong on. Yeah, you know what?
all you didn't do is that thing,
I'm,
where you brush
Look at me,
the
look
bottom.
at me. I'm having Lola tonight, which is actually really tasty. I just pulled it off the shelf at Publix, and it was
The only
like,
thing, Mo, the only thing you didn't do is the fingers underneath the chin while you were doing that.
No. But it's just I'm trying to.
No, please continue. It's entertaining.
Shut up. I'm just trying to wrap my head around why this
The
particular
presumptuous
crew,
bullshit that they concoct in
this
their head.
particular, just deliciously unattractive crew of neck-bearded. If they weren't on the
They
show,
are
incels.
That's why it can't
Would-
end. It can't end fast enough. This show. That's why it can't
would
end fast.
think to
I can't
themselves
wait
that
for
they
these
need
guys.
security. You know, I just
Because it also makes Howard feel more famous, right? So if they're afraid
Absolutely.
of people, then it makes Howard. What are they going to do
Absolutely.
with Howard? So it's kind of the first wave, right? If they're afraid of, it's perpetuating this myth that anybody's after them and the show.
That's Rage from A Year of Oppression. You guys, you know what I mean. Like, you know what I mean.
Oh, we
do.
agree.
Of course I do.
Everybody agrees with you, Mel.
Okay.
If this
okay.
show was in my backyard, I'd close the blinds, just like the Knicks. I hate men.
But you all know what I mean. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, I can't believe that somebody, again, and this goes back to Sirius, okay? Sirius being the stupidest corporation in America that I'm sure they
they're the
paid
worst
for
run.
this.
They're the worst run company in the universe. It's not even in the world, the universe.
Oh
There's
my
nobody
God,
who
okay.
runs worse than-
Michael, I have the cutest plaid mini skirt that I bought
Ooh, hold on.
exactly for this
Ooga.
reason. So I
Ooga.
am completely ready to beat the living shit out of you if need be. Okay, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
It's getting Suge Knight in here, man. If you can you say if you want the producer all up in the video?
Okay, so yeah, I couldn't get over that clip, and it is my clip of the night, and I just needed to express my feelings on it. That's all.
Just a
At
little.
the same
Just
time,
a
Monique, they're
schnurch.
all
Just a snitch.
fame whores, right? I mean, this isn't for the love of radio or
no.
the craft or the art. They're in this for fame. They think they're better than radio. Oddly enough, with the blue check marks and everything, they think JD literally thinks he's a filmmer. It's not. Radio
I don't know what he
is just
thinks
the only
he
thing
is.
that would accept him.
I am going to
No, there's
guarantee
no way
you, though,
he
he hasn't
still
washed
has-
those fucking sheets since Tanko left him.
In
I
the
bet
back
you.
of his
There's-
head, he still has that aspiration. I'll
No,
guarantee
there's
it.
no way, John. There's no way he can be that delusional.
Oh, that the
Seriously.
whole show is. You kidding me, Dennis?
can't be that
delusional.
delusional.
Is the order? This is the Costco of delusions. This show.
Oh,
Everybody on it. You don't think he has it in the back of his mind that he still thinks he could be?
I think in the back of his mind, he's hoping
John
Howard keeps on
Favreau.
re-signing so he
You
doesn't
know
work
what's
for
going on?
McDonald's.
He's trying to get the vision of other dudes railing his wife right now, and he's whatever it takes.
While they were married.
Listen,
Allegedly.
This is
the
true.
reality is that people like JD, how old is he now, JD?
43.
43,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, let's be honest. Okay, a JD, by the time the show is over, he'll be like 43, almost going on 44. He will have aged out of being like the hip guy who can get a job easily. Okay, they have all aged
They're
out.
old now. I know.
They've
There's
all
no young
aged out.
people in the
It's
show.
done.
Absolutely.
No way. He can work like at like McDonald's or like.
Oh,
He's
don't
not going to work.
insult
Listen,
McDonald's like
listen.
that, Dennis.
If he is, if everybody else that I have ever met from this show is a portend of things of the future for people that are on the show currently, that means that they will all think that they are better than
That's what I said. That's what I
what
just
you
said.
can offer them. They are better
Radio's
than what.
beneath them.
Just get
no.
used. Hey, you know what? We should take the URL Uncle JD right now because that's where he's heading.
He is. He. Oh God! Nothing makes me want to see him
JD,
fail
I hope
more.
you get mugged on the subway again, and if that doesn't happen, I'll do it myself.
Oh, he can't take the subway anymore. He's too good for the subway.
I know he's definitely too good for the subway.
He's too good for the subway. They are all too good for anything other than
Good for them.
an upward
Good for them.
trajectory to them. They really do think this.
I hope
they will
that-
I
all
know,
go
that's what I just said.
begging. They will go begging to Gary. Gary, Jason, can you hook me up with so and so? Can you hook me up with so and
Ryan
so?
Felipe in L.A. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
Ryan
there
Felipe.
you
What the
go.
fuck is he gonna do?
right.
He can't even get an audience with his own wife to be on a friggin'
Ooh,
movie.
Radio
There's no way
Gaga.
that somebody
There we
else
go.
can.
Radio Gaga.
Oh yeah, she told me that somebody said in February on Facebook that his divorce was finalized in January. Good. Bye. I'm sure. What? Did he have to split his spoon collection with her? I don't think so.
If those two crazy kids can't make it, no one
Who can?
can.
There's no help for any of us. Exactly.
Community property, half a jar of peanut butter.
Exactly. All right, so let's move on.
Who gets the
we
Xbox subscription?
We got some
got the
letters
dog.
to
Exactly
the
right.
we got some letters to the show, and okay, we got some Anita letters, which I doubt. And okay, the word letters that's coming out of my mouth here is like
Letters.
stupid as well.
Letters.
But I love to listen to what is written for him as a letter because they always sound so stupid. So here's a couple of letters for Anita.
Howard, Anita was great. She's super cool and clearly a marketing genius. I need to
Clearly a
pick up some of that
marketing
pussy
genius.
spray.
Yeah, gonna pick up the pussy spray. Sure.
I wasn't sure what to expect, but I loved Anita.
Sure you did.
Funny,
She's
Grandpa.
rad, honest,
rad.
funny,
Rad.
Tell us some more, Grandpa.
so open about everything and truly authentic.
Authentic. Rad.
I've never heard someone so beautiful be so forthcoming about diarrhea. I am now an Anita fan.
Okay. Right.
Monica,
Right.
the more I thought about it over the weekend, the more I think you're spot on about yet another Pelican brief that happened, and they collected all the cameras and stuff.
Absolutely.
And she fits the profile. I can't. They have no business having that bitch on. No business.
Absolutely. Bon Jovial, I see you down there, you bastard. I want to know, you don't even have to come on. You can even just chat if you'd like to. But I was listening to the Boys Visit the
You're
Hamptons
imagining it.
earlier.
Do not play it
and
again.
I'm not going to play it again.
you.
I happened to notice that there was like big red letters on there saying something to the effect of most overused content on Gunk. And I know it was you, and I did chuckle, and now it's gone. So I need to know if you had done that, or am I in some sort of NyQuil fever dream that I thought I saw that and I didn't. Okay,
So I want to point out from the chat, Caleb Costium. Hello
Who?
there, rad young people.
Hello there, rad young people.
Yes, rad young people.
all right,
Hiya,
so then there
fellow
was-
students.
So then there was like this really weird thing that happened where he apparently called Andy to apologize about hoarding John Bon Jovi and making him late for Andy's show. So apparently the background to this is then that not that Andy was down there having like a grand old time like Howard was with his 30 people, but Andy flew in specifically for the John Bon Jovi interview.
Yeah.
So he flew in on Tuesday and he left on Tuesday like night. And Howard made Bon Jovi late for Andy's show.
It
So
wasn't Howard. It was Beefus.
you
Was
gonna
it?
tell me that he had nothing to do with that and that she
Oh, he had
surprised
everything
him?
to do with it, but,
Okay,
you know,
stop it.
I was just
Just stop
stopping.
it.
Mo,
Just stop it.
Mo,
What?
we could,
What?
we
What?
could. All we have to do is ask Cookie if Bon Jovi was late for his latest cruise concert, and that will kind of solve everything, won't it?
So I'm just going to do a little compare and contrast for you guys. Should I play the clip first? Let me play the clip first, and then let's go to the videotape. Hold on.
By the way, I called Andy Cohen. I like Andy a lot, and I didn't realize that when my wife brought in John Bon Jovi and Dorothea, I didn't realize we were hijacking Andy Cohen's guest.
Yes, you did.
But-
Yeah, I didn't know.
first
I
of
just
all-
thought they were coming in
No,
to say
you both
hello. I
did.
didn't know they had another agenda until somebody said something.
I called Andy later that night, and I just said, "Hey, I just want you to know, I didn't realize I hijacked your guest." And he said to me, "Well, I'm really glad you called me."
Of course you knew.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
He
he had
actually-
some weird
Hang on.
feeling about it, but I didn't know what was going on. And as it turns out, I was told that Andy had John in for the full half hour he was supposed to get him. So
Yeah, so it was no big deal that I hijacked him. I took it out because the whole win a t-shirt competition, I was going to return it after the competition was over.
Tortured
All
artist.
right, don't think I didn't see it though,
So,
sir. Just throwing
first
it
of
out
all,
there.
when they first came in, John Bon Jovi actually said to him that we need to be on Andy Cohen's show. Literally, it was at the start of the whole BS with them talking. So yes, you did know. Blob, and you were kind of there. You should have known, but then again, you're always in a haze.
Nobody
so,
listens
I mean,
to
this
him.
is such nonsense.
So let's do a compare and contrast, shall we? Okay,
Yeah.
so here is Here's another clip from John Bon Jovi on with Andy. Now, again, just take note of the studio, take note of, where they are, and take note of the fact that this is not being recorded vis-a-vis video. A couple of bottles of rosé on the table just for show, I guess, because
10
Andy's
to 15 years younger than Howard with full gray hair.
John Bon Jovi tells Andy Cohen early music videos were horrible. All right, so just a little bit, just so you could see.
Bon Jovi video? We were smart enough by the third album, it took 3 albums, to figure out just promote the live show with a video. So by Bad Name Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive, those are really just performance videos.
Yes.
And that's when we realized this is all that matters. Getting into...
Because you were promoting your concerts by showing them in the video?
And when I think back that Runaway...
Okay, whatever, who cares?
Jesus
Then,
Christ.
let's compare that...
81 likes.
Let's compare, let me see, 13,000 views, 81 likes. Okay, let's compare that to then what Howard, who only had Bon Jovi on for, 15 minutes?
Drum roll.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes.
Okay, so
Jesus
let's see what
Christ.
we got here. 237,000 views. So let's
Plus it's
take
Bon
a...
Jovi.
Well, color me shocked at this whole video because I was kind of chuckling at it. So let's play a little.
Hey, your wife's here with John Bon Jovi and Dorothea. Dorothea, of course, John's wife. I
his
said,
wife?
"Wow, this is like I'm
You're
sitting."
Wait till you see her.
creating a scene
I'm-
in my
it's,
head.
Oh my
it's
God, a
becoming a
scene.
scene. Look, there's a famous guy, John Bon Jovi. Look at this guy.
Wait, first look at Beth.
Did you see that hat walk in?
Yes, yes,
Jesus
yes.
Christ.
This
That's
guy,
Jesus
John
crap.
Bon Jovi. Look at this guy.
I
Look
think
at
it's
her
hilarious.
dancing, dancing her way in. So excited to
It's
be
like the
there.
Babadook.
Look at her. Oh my God, here I
All
am.
full of
Isn't that Jim
himself.
Carrey
Big
from The
shot.
Mask?
Look at him. Look at my wife and look at Dorothea. How honored and blessed I am that Dorothea.
Dorothea, we could Gary
Never had her on the
over-directing
show
them to the
Over
couch they
directing here.
obviously have to
no,
sit
you,
at.
you sit here. You sit
Look at
here.
him.
Is
Look
there
at my
some
wife
mystery
and look
as
at
to where they have to
Dorothea.
sit?
How
And see, they already have a chair set up for Beth. So of course this is totally set up so that John and Dorothea. Now I'm just a little color me shocked because we're always like kind of amazed with the Pierce Brosnan move of people when their wives are lesser.
how honored and blessed I am that Dorothea.
Dorothea, we've never had her on the show
Oh.
before, I don't think.
Look at you. Look at you too.
Look at
She
him.
doesn't look that bad, Dorothea.
Did he have his eyes done? Did he?
Oh, that's John Bon Jovi? I thought it was his wife.
I thought that was Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah,
Wait, somebody's had work and somebody's
Can't
wife
believe it. I'm
hasn't.
more looking-
Here we
He's
go.
turning into
Ready?
Jack Wagner.
Nice
Let's see,
studio,
let's see.
right?
Hang on. Here we go.
Isn't
Here we go. Here we
that
go.
unbelievable?
People talk about John. Never mind John. Dorothea is really
Yeah.
who I'm most interested in.
Look at that.
just had our-
Look at that neck.
Ugh.
Oh God!
Wow.
Isn't that the chick from the secretary from Beverly Hills
It
Billies?
looks like one of my aunts. Literally,
That's
looks
what,
like one of my
that's what
aunts.
62 looks like.
That looks like
not
the
everybody
secretary
can-
from Beverly Hills Billies.
Come on. Come on.
That's,
She
that's,
looks-
that's,
supposed to
that's
be?
age appropriate. He's not dating.
She looks like
That's
my Aunt
age
Angie.
That's his wife?
appropriate. That's his wife.
Bon Jovi
What?
is 62.
What?
That's 61. That's what 61 looks like. I mean, it's
No,
at least
Bon.
a
Bon.
trophy wife.
people
right,
talk
Roboto?
about John. Never mind John. Dorothea is really
Yeah.
who
Bon.
I'm most interested in.
We just had our
Oh,
34th anniversary, Howard.
Congratulations.
Wow.
What
Bon.
Buzz, your
did
girlfriend
John
is
do
wolf.
for your 34th anniversary? What was it besides, of course, making love to you that night? Did John take you in
Look
his
at those
arms?
fake teeth.
Frame-
Oh.
Fake
Oh,
laugh.
Jesus.
Fake
Can he
teeth are
throw
great
her
for fake
some
laughter.
money? I mean, seriously, throw her a few bucks.
Christ.
For
You know what?
What was it
Seriously.
besides
I-
Take her
you
over
know,
Beth.
Was making love to you that
isn't
night.
it incumbent upon a woman who is married to this?
Yeah.
that
And
woman.
I'm not joking, and maybe it's just me, maybe I just think this way, but isn't it incumbent upon a woman married to this to look her best?
Best?
Like to just try. This
I-
Did
this
John
one
take you in his arms and bring you to the
that doesn't try.
I
That's
know
not
this
trying.
sounds fake maybe, but maybe
Yeah.
he just likes her just the way
Oh, you're
she
crazy, dude.
is.
Well, you know,
bedroom on that
John's
night?
wife
Some-
looks like a dog.
some guys have better beards than
At
others.
least that's the image.
I don't think I've never heard any rumors about Bon Jovi
there's some-
being.
there's
Was
some
she the
rumors.
cutest
But
guy
she
in high
looks her
school?
age. I mean, okay,
He was
okay,
100%.
she
No,
looks
no,
her
she
age.
doesn't- that's
Okay.
the
When
age.
John sat next to you in history class, you're like,
But she's got
"Geez,
like
there's a guy I'll
she's
go out
got
with."
jowls.
Yeah,
Like fix that shit.
fantastic.
I mean,
Did
and
he have
nobody
the whole
says you
Bon
have have to look like, Bride of
You guys know
Wildenstein with trout
jumped
pout and shit like that. But Jesus fuck,
Ask Pierce
some.
Brosnan and
Come on, man.
And I was opening for
George Bush thinks he's dating down.
I skipped my high school superstar you see in front of you now didn't exist.
So it's
Took a
just
long
very
time for
curious
all
that
this
this is,
personality,
like get you.
So,
Even I got my
took a
teeth
long
like
time for
braces
all
and
this
whitened.
personality,
It's
yeah.
like,
Ow.
and I
So,
don't have
so
a
you take
fraction of a
Dorothea to a
fraction of a
gig.
fraction.
I mean, I'm not joking. She actually looks like my
Was he
Aunt
good?
Angie, like when I was a kid.
Like
How old is
I mean,
she?
that real old,
No,
that
wait, how old is
skinny
she?
woman
I
that
think
does
they met in
nothing.
high school, so I think
How
they're the
old
same
is
age.
she?
60s, the
61.
early 60s.
62.
61.
It's a hard 61, bro.
Kinda.
Yeah,
Kinda. I
mean,
don't understand.
I'm assuming she's not a
Her
machinist.
hair looks
Right away.
terrible.
You know,
no
you
makeup.
haven't had a hard
Marry
life.
this guy because he-
No makeup, right? You're coming in and
That's what I thought.
see,
would- in Miami.
honestly, I'd be
Dorothy,
like,
I
yeah, I'm
would
not
think
gonna.
more-
And apparently, her and Beth are like best friends. Best.
I'm
Oh my
sure.
God, they go to lunch together.
You know
they
why
do
Beth
lots
does
of
that?
shit.
Because
Why?
Beth looks 1,000 times
It makes her
better
look
sitting
hotter
next
and
to-
younger.
Yeah.
Oh my
absolutely.
God,
Yeah.
absolutely. She's the fat
Absolutely.
ugly friend compared to Beth.
She loves
But
that,
she's
right?
she's kind of rough. So is that Allie Wentworth too. I mean, she
Allie
has
does
these
not look
rough
good.
looking friends.
John O'Reilly, I didn't want to crowbar Depp in, but you're spot on, and I can't stop thinking about Depp.
Listen.
She looks exactly like Depp's sister, Chrissy.
Jesus.
Listen,
Exactly
listen.
like-
I get what some people are saying in the chat, but we're talking about a show that has been based on pretentious, shallow, just
Yes, CB.
physical
Yes, I
looks
look.
for
I look
40
exactly
years.
like John Bon Jovi's wife. Yes. I look exactly like
Yeah,
her. Thank
you
you,
look
CB.
just
It's a
like her.
compliment.
Yeah, that's a take it
Ah,
as a
yeah.
compliment. Of course, maybe she's a decent person. It's just kind of like it's just
Maybe
very
she cleans
surprising
up
to
really
me, that's
well
all.
too. We don't know
Yeah,
that.
but the
I
thing
don't
is,
know.
you're going
I'm not
out. I mean, a little
I'm not sure I
makeup.
would have gone on the show. That's
You're
all I'm
supposed to
saying.
dress down. It's rock and roll. It's dressed down for this show.
No,
You
not
don't
like that.
All right,
She
I'm
thinks
gonna
nothing of it.
redeem. I'm gonna redeem.
This is
Dorothea.
the man who had a laser pointer in Ralph. So
Exactly.
I'm gonna
everybody can-
redeem
everybody can blow us.
Dorothea.
Please.
I'm going to redeem her. Let's look and see.
All we do is make fun of people trying too hard to look young and stay young and rob the cradle. And here's someone who dates age appropriate, and we
Rooster.
eviscerate them for
Oh,
it.
interesting.
Rooster
She doesn't even take his last name. Her name is Dorothea Hurley.
Is it really?
Rooster
Could it be
Roboto.
Bob
This is where I
Hurley's,
come to body shame.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. See here.
Easy
Hey,
Carson
that's
said
not
she was
bad
hot
there.
when she was young. Yeah, absolutely. I can see why. Look at her in the middle.
Yeah.
That's and all the groupies he had thrown at him back then. He stayed with her through that.
Oh, like he did it.
Something's
Give me a
going.
break.
Yeah, come on, please.
Give me a break. Now he's married to Aunt B. Andy?
I'm a Dorothea file. I gotta say.
Dorothea file.
I hate men, Dorothy. I'm with you.
Yes, I agree with you.
All right. She washes
Secrets
up
of her
nicely.
40 love
Yeah,
story.
but I
Let's read
mean, she's out in Miami.
Not necessarily sure I would have gone onto the show.
Eh,
Oh, that's not good.
that's a
He
bad.
definitely got some
Ooh.
work done. Sorry.
Oh yeah, a ton of work done.
Who's the chick Manzo from the Housewives Jersey House? She kind of looks like her on the right.
Oh, I know her.
Caroline Manzo.
Oh, look how cute she was.
But which one's prettier, him or her?
No, they were both cute. That's
John was always a
95.
better looking girl.
Yes, he was. He
Yes.
was always
Always,
a cute
man.
girl.
There's the kids. Yes. That's the one that's engaged to what's her face?
She kind of looks
Bobby,
like Dana
Billy,
Reeve
Bobby
up
Brown.
there.
Billy,
Yeah, that's-
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
yes, that's the one with Millie Bobby. All right, we'll cut her some slack. 40
Oh,
years
please,
together.
like she cares.
Whatever. I just don't want the chat being upset with me. I just I just looked at him and then looked at her, and I thought that it was a little.
It was perfectly okay.
Is
Because
it crazy to think maybe she's being a mom all this time and not spending her time getting Botox at 1 o'clock in the afternoon like all
How
the other
dare?
mods do?
Hey, you know
I know
what?
plenty of
crazy
moms who
notion?
get that
She could
done.
use some
Please.
Ozempic.
No, you know what? She could just use a nice little
Okay, that was a
touch-up. That's all
joke?
I'm saying.
That's a joke about the
Okay.
preposterous crap that Howard talks about.
I'm just thinking if she wanted to, she could
What are we,
do
Masterpiece Theater all of a sudden?
a
Come
little,
on.
a little something.
Please, guys, you got tuned in the wrong show.
I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'm projecting. Maybe I would feel a little insecure if I was married to a Bon Jovi.
You're spot on with this because most women would be kind of embarrassed to be not
to look like
naked
that
at all.
Did he cheat with
I bet she
Diane
feels better
Lane?
after that comment.
Rosa Salinas, did he cheat with Diane Lane? I didn't know that. Is that a rumor? Huh. Josh Brolin
Please see
dodged
the
the
scroll.
bullet. When he's under fire for trying to walk back her offensive comment.
Wait.
Breaking.
Tone Coat 89. Would you rather end up with her or Amber Heard? Ooh.
Ooh,
that's a tough one.
That's a Sophie's choice right there.
Sophie's
You know what? I bet you
with the
she's like a
dookie.
normal person. So
Yeah, she's probably normal. She won't shit in your bed.
Let's put up Allison Stern against
Thank you.
Dorothea right now.
Thank you, Miss Beaverhausen. Thank you.
Thank you, Beaverhausen.
How old is what's her face?
Nathan
Stern's
Lane.
wife.
Who's
Allison's
wife?
like his
Allison's
age. She's like
almost
68,
68, 69.
Yeah.
They're the same age too, right?
Yeah.
All right, Allison
Do
Stern.
you think that when Sambora was banging Heather and looked over at John's wife, and you don't think he snickered once or twice?
All right, there's Allison. So,
The most current picture of her.
by the way, this is Allison in her best day, in her best year.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Okay, yeah, I'd go with that. Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's a Yenta from
I think that's her modern
Massachusetts.
day. 2020 uploaded Allison Burns, Simon.
Yeah, that's 2020. So that's
I
Allison
mean,
now.
she actually aged well.
Oh, she's a normal
Yeah, she aged well.
woman.
Yeah, she
Sure.
aged well.
And I dare say she looks better than Dorothea. Sorry.
Yeah, she does actually. She's
Sorry,
older
kill
there
me.
too. She's
Kill me.
older. Yeah.
Sorry. I love this one because they always say that that's Allison and it's not.
And that is not Allison.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know who
not
that is.
Allison.
Oof.
But yet there it is. Yeah,
Like,
you
go
know what?
down
She was
one more.
perfectly fine. Whatever.
And then
Whatever.
look, Emily.
Yes, Emily.
Poor
Back in
Emily.
the day. Whatever.
Oh,
All right.
it was her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday.
Oh,
Yeah,
happy
happy
birthday.
Happy 40th birthday, Emily.
Oh, we stink.
You are middle aged now.
Oh,
I've
we
never had gainful
stink.
employment. Congratulations.
Did
We
he not bring that
stink.
up today?
No.
Did you ever,
He
you
did
ever,
mention
that
last
no
week that
employment.
he had
do
a
you guys ever
daughter
see
who
her
was
video about naming the candles? It's quite the production.
No.
Highly
thank
recommend
God.
it.
Who has more units of employment works, Beth or Emily? You think if you tallied like
Well,
government?
well,
Has
notice
Emily
hours,
ever had a job?
No.
Beth has given more jobs.
yeah.
Hand
Yeah,
jobs?
that's true.
I would say casino
You're
cinema.
going to put me in your movie, right? Go.
No, seriously. When's the last time that?
Beth was
Yeah.
gainfully employed.
Yes, Emily. Yesterday was her 40th birthday.
Good for her.
Howard has a middle-aged child now.
Wow. Can we do a poll of what Beth will wear to what Radio Gaga?
The wedding in the summer.
Oh, that'll be
One
interesting.
more thing about Bon Jovi, this weird
be
thing
ugly.
that he's some tough to get, great get. They have him on the show every 2 weeks. He comes on.
He lives next door.
It's
He
the
lives
most
next door.
cookie cutter guest you
Down.
could possibly
Next door,
have,
dude.
and they're fighting over him in Miami. I mean, it's just it's not. It's
so-
a
it's
nothing
so
burger having
ridiculous.
him on the show.
That was Howard being an absolute and utter dick. That's all that was. That's all that was. No more, no less.
Let me just throw this up there.
Jesus.
You know what would have
See
been really
inside
cool?
Bon Jovi's staggering $43 million pump.
There you go.
Howard laughs at it.
Hey,
Really?
Mo, you know what would have been really cool? Is if every time that Bon Jovi's wife talked, they use that talk box. You know? Wah, 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 wah.
Palm Beach Mansion he renovated for $20 million.
Ah,
He turned it
I'm
around
poor.
and brought an even more lavish property right down the road for $43 million. His 7-bedroom, 12-bathroom, 10,232
Hiker.
square foot. Yeah, really.
Hiker.
He's
so
one
Emily's
of the poor's.
birthday doesn't come
Man,
up at
Slippery
all
went
today?
wet, make mad money, didn't it?
No shit.
Jesus Christ.
What it must have went away in drugs or something because
This is why he's friends with Bon Jovi.
Of course.
because
That's why they killed the bass player.
Because he's not one of the poors.
Get a
Although that
share.
is a pathetically
Yeah.
small pool.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
God! You get wet in it. That's about it.
Yeah,
You don't
it's
end
like a
up in that
dipping
exact
pool.
area on accident. He had to be pulled in by a gaggle of celebrities, and he's one of them. We called it back in the. You don't just. It's
Such a
just not
basic-
random.
you know
he's
what?
going there.
I love the way they show us 40 pictures and they're all the exact same picture.
The thing is, this mansion. Well, you have to say it's basic bitch. It really is.
Well,
nothing-
Bon Jovi's music is basic
Well,
bitch music,
yeah.
right? I mean,
It
it's
just-
certainly the
basic.
beginning.
It just
of-
drives the point when what's her name, Beth, last week. I'm gonna miss Miami. Blah 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 blah. It's like she's hanging out with this broad all day in this place.
In this
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
It's just comical that they're like, oh, we're gonna miss
with a
my
team
dude,
of drivers and access
mean you're moving
to
up?
private jet.
Give me a break.
Here's the
Oh,
house.
and in the chat, Jeremy Howson, Richard Simmons named Ashley Jade. That's
Ashley Jade.
Sure.
That's
the
right.
youngest. the one getting
40
married.
years old.
But you know what? I bet you this is still decorated nicer than Howard's place.
So Howard did not bring up Emily in any way, shape, or form today and her birthday.
No.
Happy
Okay, I have
birthday,
a
Emily.
theory that it
We
brings
love you more
attention
than
and
Howard.
He did,
It's like saying you're a grandpa, saying she's
but he
40.
did say
It's the
one
same
thing interesting
embarrassment.
today.
What did he say? What did he
said
say?
He was going to go to different studios, and he was going to go to Los Angeles because one of his daughters lives in Los Angeles, which I'm going to myself.
I saw that. So now she's
Who-
not in San
who
Francisco.
lives-
She's in.
She lives in San Francisco.
Well, I
Was it
think she was in
Uncle-
Marin County. Wasn't she in Marin County?
Yeah, but that's
Uncle
not
Larry
in
looked her
LA.
up, Dennis. I think it was Uncle Larry looked her up and said there's some listing of her in L.A. now, or her husband is.
Can
Or
I just say
Colin-
that
Colin
all
is.
these houses look the same? All
Yes.
these houses are
Yeah.
the same house.
Yes, they
They're the
are.
same house. Different colors, some uglier than others.
This is
Different
this is-
furniture, some uglier than others.
Yes.
This is
But
vintage,
it's all-
vintage Kelsey Walsh. How Millie Bobby Brown will be effing in that bathtub very soon.
I'm sure she has. I'm sure she has.
She has already.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Hey, well, she just turned 40. Has she graduated from Warthog yet?
I have a sneeze. Sorry.
Is she a rabbi yet?
Oh, is that what she's doing? I thought she was
I
doing
thought she
all
was
those-
like trying to get. I knew
I
she
thought it
was
was like a
super
Harry
Jew,
Potter
but I didn't
cosplay
realize,
thing going
you know,
on.
she was doing mystical. She was like on the real
Yeah,
high
she's
end.
training to be a rabbi, which
Yeah.
she
How
pays
long does
for
it take
to
to become
do.
a rabbi?
I don't know.
It
Could
seems
be
like she's
years.
taking an inordinate amount of time to do it. She's 40
It could
years
be
old,
years.
for Christ's sake.
I don't know. Okay,
There's
let's
a lot
see.
to learn.
He lives
Like
at-
what?
You got to learn
Like
all
what?
the Yiddish.
You buy the Hebrew
There's a lot
National hot
there.
dogs. There you go. You're done.
All right, I want to look at where
Jesus.
Bon Jovi lives.
Hebrew Franks only.
Exactly, man.
What
Someone
is
cut- I
Howard's?
agree.
So deep.
What is Howard's address in Palm Beach?
What's the actual number?
555 douchebag.
Oh God, what is it?
No,
I
it's,
used to know it by heart.
I used to know it too.
When we look it up, I can look it up.
I got it.
You got it?
You got
Good,
it?
good,
I
good, 'cause I
I'm
didn't
just
wanna
trying
do
to
it.
see how far they live from each other.
It's not that far.
Okay, well, I want to see.
She'll be singing about Harry Potter this time next week.
Okay, 601 North County Road.
They are good hot dogs.
What is?
I think I like Nathan's
Oh,
better.
Hebrew
though.
National, very good hot dog.
If you grill them, they're amazing.
It's the only way to have those.
Okay, here. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Hang on.
601
Hang-
North County
Hang
Road.
on, I need to share a screen.
Crushed River Pumpkin.
I need to share. All right, here we go. Ready? Here's Howard to Bon Jovi. Here we go.
It's 5 minutes. I already looked it up.
Hang
Walk.
Oh, Tone Cott. I like everything but his music. I mean, he plays his own instrument. Sings.
Is that
It's-
driving or walking?
He's got a big fan.
4
base, without a
minutes.
doubt.
There you go.
That's a drive. Okay, it's a 4-minute drive.
4 minutes. Let's see
And
the
it,
walk.
and it only takes that long because you have to
Half
drive over Rush Limbaugh's dead body to get there.
Isn't Jeffrey Epstein like right around the corner, or was that?
Probably.
Jeffrey's on the other side. Jeffrey was like
Yeah.
over here. He
He's
wasn't
slumming
on
it.
the
He's
beach
on the
side.
East Coast.
Did you drive by Epstein's house too?
I did not. I didn't know
Oh,
about
you should do
Epstein
it.
at the time.
You should do it.
He had an island. What did he need that for?
I don't
4
know.
minutes,
He was. That's
you
where
guys.
most of the over the bridge, over the wrong side of Palm Beach.
Let's see.
The trailer chicks.
Jeffrey.
There you go.
Jeffrey Epstein. I know
Peasants, right?
Howard. House, Palm Beach. Okay, let's see where that was. 10,000 square foot home.
Is that
Okay.
Maggot Country Park?
I think
That he
it
got
is.
harassed by that guy? Is that where the trails he was
I
walking?
think it is. That's because
That's-
it's like
that's gotta be, right?
Isn't it Mar-a-Lago in
That's
the
so
middle?
funny.
Okay,
Is it
so
really?
I think it is because he owns that. That's Trump's property.
That's awesome.
hilarious.
let's see.
Howard visited Mar-a-Lago like 100 times.
I don't think so. It's Palm Beach Country Club. That's not Mar-a-Lago.
But I
Thanks,
think,
Bon
isn't
Jovi. Now we
Is
know.
he what he owns?
I think Mar-a-Lago is down further south, if I'm not mistaken. But let's look.
Because it connects both sides, right? 'Cause that's what it means Mar-a-Lago. Lake to sea.
See, Jeffrey Epstein was all the way down here, 11 minutes away, 10 minutes away.
Ooh,
Like,
slamming it.
See, he's down here on the other side. He's on the intercoastal.
He was on the intercoastal. Okay.
Exactly. Okay, so let's see.
Intercoastal.
Mar-a-Lago.
The intercoastal.
Okay, Mar-a-Lago. See, that's also far. 11
Oh,
minutes
it is
away.
way down there. Okay.
Yeah.
It's on the really thin part. Okay.
It's further south.
Just nuke the whole place, as John Doe.
That.
It's coming. If there's another
To
9/11,
Jeffrey
it's going to be here.
Epstein was 5 minutes away. 5 minutes for Jeffrey to Mar-a-Lago. Okay, enough about that. Let's move on. Let's move on with our shit show.
I think you
don't-
did that whole spiel just so you could say intercoastal. What do you think about that?
It's a normal Florida term. Sorry.
It is. It pretty much is. Okay, so then there was Andy Cohen bitching about John Bon Jovi being late. I can't believe we're still on this.
Late.
So let's go on to it. Here we go.
JB time.
Love this song.
What song?
John Bon Jovi. Where is he? He's in with Howard. Whatever. Who cares?
He cared.
It's all good. John, what's happening?
He was pissed. He was
just
pissed.
a little upset. Just
Andy, stop gassing up his head with these backward compliments like that. Stop. If you want to take a studio, you got to declare war in the right way. Stop gassing his head up with that shit.
Let's continue about Andy. Let's continue about Andy and how he flew down just for
I
John Bon
felt
Jovi.
bad. I heard the guy was kind of bummed that he flew all the way down to Miami for one day, and then I was fucking up his one guest, and I'm like, it'd be a nice thing if I called him up and said, hey, that was not cool.
You think
and I apologize
somebody
for
made
that.
him
And
call?
he was
You think somebody made him
No,
call?
that was just him rubbing it in.
Greenstein probably did.
Rubbing it in, right?
very gracious about it. But you know what?
He should be.
You don't want to be an asshole. I know. You don't want to, Marianne, in life. You don't want to become such an asshole that you're too big to say, "Hey, that wasn't cool. It shouldn't have happened that way." But it happened, and I
You don't want
apologize.
to say fuck Andy. No.
You know what? Howard would have never stopped talking about it if somebody had his guest, and they were making them late for him.
Can I add that he put a mandate out at Sirius that they can't have a guest the same day he has? An actual memo went out, which Opie is well aware of, and it started with Mark Maron revealing it on Twitter. So he goes to a level where he has other people banned from having guests on the same day he does. That's
okay
what
for me and not
matter
for thee.
what you do. You want to be a considerate human being.
Well,
I
you know
like
what, Howard,
Andy.
he's been inconsiderate at times, and you know what about wanting to go
When
into
was he
the studio?
inconsiderate?
He was trying to go into your studio. He had bets on once in a while. He would give a few jabs.
Shut the fuck up. Okay,
That
enough
voice.
of that.
If I
Then
see you outside Colbert, Marianne, I'm going to pummel you into the ground on Broadway. I
And
don't
so
care.
here's
Bring
Andy.
your
Here's-
family. Bring your whole family.
here's Andy getting in a little dig at the end. Here we go.
And then Andy was like, then he was getting ticked.
I had a really fun 13 hours in Miami. It was real. These studios are beautiful. Can't wait until we're here together. Hey, if we're here when Howard isn't, does that mean we can use the studio that Howard is in? Oh, you're shaking your head. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Well, then I will look forward to coming back and using Howard's studio next time. Because guess what? We in a closet today. So, but I guess that's fine since I started COVID. All right. We are going to leave it there.
Damn.
Yeah.
It would be. I mean, it is. When you think about how irrelevant this show is, and the fact that this guy is taking up. Monique, you've been there. What does it constitute in terms of real estate? Half of Sirius for this shit show that's on now. What is it, Dennis? 88 times a year. What's the new number?
It's going to be less than it was
Half
last year. It was
the studio.
95 last year. It's going to be a lot less.
While this guy who gets, what would you say, Andy Cohen is 10 times, if you include the Housewives shows,
easily.
it's not even close.
Andy
Has to
Cohen
sit
is
in
like the Ryan Seacrest of Sirius.
Yeah.
He's got all sorts of shit. He's got his poker in many, many fires. That boy. You know, he'll do whatever he needs to do to be famous and to be out there.
Which
Howard,
points
unfortunately,
all the
won't.
more harder to my partner theory because he shouldn't be afraid of him in any way, shape, or form.
No, he
unless
should not.
there's
He
some
shouldn't. In fact,
executive
he should-
fire coming along.
But don't you
There's
feel like
no
he's
reason
starting
to
to get a
scare
little
him.
angry
Up his
with
ass.
him? Don't you feel like he's starting to get
I
a
hope
little?
so. I hope so. I don't know what he has to gain by even he must.
Grow some
Cohen must
balls,
get paid
Andy.
a lot because he's got
Well,
way more going on than this.
I think it's I think by fall, I think, because Andy seems like he's getting a little bit closer and closer to just blowing up. I mean, it's getting to that point.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
which
I
is
think
good.
he's
It's good
getting
for all
there.
of us. It's good for all of us.
I was going to get to the Knicks stuff, but I'll save that for last. Yeah, here's Howard talking about basically that he can get away with any weird behavior.
Can't be such a dick. I know I can get away with any kind of weird behavior, but
No,
But what's cool is you don't try to get away with
Yes,
it.
you
No,
do. Yes, you
you
do, asshole.
you got to be a human being in life. You got to,
Ah!
right,
That's
Robin?
funny.
Right.
That's right.
Right, Robin.
Right. It's not easy for me to be a human being.
Okay, so the next clip I have here is just for the pauses. It has nothing to do with anything. I was just listening to the show. Thank you, Chaka
this
Khan.
clip. Okay.
Howard is Andy Soupy Sales. Just wait. Yes. Yeah, it's coming. You're exactly right. It's coming. So the pauses on this particular little bit of clip. Yeah. Okay, just listen. That's all. Just listen.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
Yep.
Oh, there's also a mandate.
And
you
I
know
heard
what,
there
right
was
now.
like, I don't know, I don't know if this is true, but only some people came down to Miami, not everyone. But then whoever doesn't come gets like offended that they're not there. But
Oh, really?
yeah, but I mean,
right in front of Robin.
to tell that, they think they brought down a crew who was,
Nice energy. That's the caffeine you need in the
Wow.
morning.
I don't know what it was based on, but only some people came, and then people who don't come think, and I'm like, you know what? I'd be happy I didn't have to go. Wish I
Well,
could have
people
stayed home.
pitch things, and things got accepted, and then they got to go.
Can you even?
Please
I'm
tell me
listening
this is
to
where you
this. I'm
fell
like,
asleep.
what the hell am I listening
remember.
to?
So this could have been a 5-second conversation, maybe 10.
Do you
Not
feel
even,
the energy?
not even a
An
conversation.
hour.
It's not even a.
No, it's like not even
There's no
thought.
point. There's no
There's
point
no
to this
thought.
conversation.
There's no
just
energy.
filler.
There's no passion. Please tell me this is where you fell asleep listening to this.
I was asleep and then I rewound because I thought I missed out on something that might be
So,
important to the conversation, and this is what I got.
The part of this conversation that's so bizarre is that he's saying this to Robin, who did not go.
Yes.
And I mean, like, she did not go. And I'm
Oh
thinking to
God,
myself,
Abe Rizzo,
like,
that's so brilliant. That's
and
the
she
energy of hot
was-
water and lemon. That's
she
so
was
brilliant.
ultra.
That's so
she
good.
She was ultra sea monkey today.
Of course. When
I
when
mean
is she
ultra.
not? When is
Because
she not?
she's still bitter about not going.
Yeah. Do you feel the energy getting sapped from you, chat and us? Do you feel yourself just you're
Getting
going
dumber?
into that REM right there, getting dumber, losing energy, like you're getting. I mean, that's a show somehow, right? I mean, I was fooled into thinking you had moved on because of the pauses. Like I felt all my life force leaving me as you played that.
It's just
And I
horrible.
feel slow. I physically feel slower.
I was going to delete it, but I was like, no. Let's listen to how the show is winding itself down from 3 hours of absolute nothingness. So here he is announcing that he's actually thinking about going back to the studio, which I thought was kind of shocking. So here we go.
Maybe I'm nuts, but I'm actually thinking about going back to the studio in the city for a couple of times a week. You know what I mean?
Is that
Maybe a week
right?
here and there.
Hybrid
For
work,
a couple
huh?
of times a week, maybe a week here and there.
Yeah, because I got a good
Ah.
energy off it. I did like being with the guys, and I did like seeing my guests face to face like that. It was good.
Oh, very nice. Because, you haven't had that feeling.
You know what I was thinking of doing? It was going out to L.A. and using those studios out there, going
What?
out there and seeing what's
That
doing.
was a fun week. Yeah.
But I'll do it.
Not you, Robin.
Book
just
a
him.
couple
Yeah.
of guests out in L.A. and go down there and use that studio.
Wow. Okay. Thinking about it. Yes,
That's
exactly.
Does this mean the
To
return
Canada.
of Natalie Maine?
Howard has been told the vacation
Correct.
is over.
Rooster
I stated
Roboto
that in the
said
thread
that
when
too.
he
That's
said
right.
that. I'm going, yep, he's gotten the mandate. He's got to go back and at least do hybrid because, he needs to use that office space.
It's so brave of him. He only has 5 weeks until he goes on vacation for 3
I know.
months.
It's
Not even.
What a trooper.
Something like that. I mean, it's
Not even. Not
just
even that much.
guesstimating, but yeah, it's such a noble cause.
So noble, so brave.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, once the
don't
conversation goes like this, right? You're taking up half the building. You're not coming in here. We're chopping this down, and we're gonna divvy this up to people who can use it, right? He said, well, he doesn't want that, so I'll come back. I'll come back for a week, and that somehow will stop them from kind of chopping away at his studio.
Exactly. They'll just tickle their balls with a little bit, just enough to have him be there and be meaningful. Everybody's loving your cat in the chat, Dennis. Just so you know.
The cat's like a little annoying there.
Everybody.
She almost turned the camera off.
I don't even remember Puzzle's name, and somebody came into the chat and said, "Oh, look, it's Puzzle," and I'm like, "How does that person remember the cat's name?" I have no
Priorities.
thoughts about
Priorities, bro.
Priorities, man.
Exactly. Okay, I named this clip Out and About in Miami. I have absolutely no idea what it is, so let's just play it and figure it out, okay?
I got one more question for you. How did you make out, going out in public, and now that when you went down to Miami, did you go, I know you went for a ride with Bon Jovi.
Went out.
Were you
went out
nervous? Were you good?
Went out. Yeah, I was nervous. I went out to dinner a couple of times with my wife.
Sounded that way times.
We've been going out to dinner. I'm doing better. I'm loosening up.
That's good to hear. What about the hotel? Were you were you nuts in the hotel?
No, didn't wear a mask. I was around people. I just said, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm
Good for
boosted
you.
up. All right, Jack. Later.
Right.
I was pretty good. I'm still nervous. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to be. I don't even want to have a cold. I don't want to have anything.
Do you find yourself trying to wrap up things fast, or are you able to
Yes.
relax?
No, my wife made us go out to dinner the other night, and I go, "Hey, this is fun. Can we order right now?" We ordered within 3. She wanted to get a glass of wine. I said, but can we put in our order before you get the wine?
Jesus.
You look up their menu
Sounds
on the
not funny.
website before, so you're ready.
They didn't
Already
get
have
out.
your selection made. Oh, that's too funny.
Howard, did you end up hanging poolside with anybody down there?
No, we were too busy working that whole time down there. I didn't get to go
Working?
down to the pool.
Working. His pool is literally
So,
outside of
does
his living room.
Does he not realize that when he bragged for 10 years about using a condom with his wife that we might have figured out he's a germaphobe?
Maybe.
No, I don't think it was because of that.
He's a civilian phobe. He's not a germaphobe. He's
but
afraid of
like
civilians.
like the
Celebrities don't
way
have
I
germs.
love saying that my inner introvert came out during COVID. His paranoid, maniacal, psychopathic hypochondriac came out during COVID. Like
nah,
that
I
person.
just think he's a lazy bastard, honestly.
I think it's the narcissist.
Because he can. Because he
I think he's
can.
just a
'cause
lazy
he
bastard. I
can.
think this is all bullcrap.
Because he can. Because he can. Okay, this was a real stupidity. I need to play it really quickly. Here we go. Just listen. Quiet. Listen.
One of my kids lives in L.A., so I want to go see her anyway.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll
Kill
go
two
do that.
birds with one
Grandpa.
stone.
Oh my God, listen to this. Please listen to this. It's just the funniest fucking thing ever.
Yeah, please.
I want to go see her anyway, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll
Kill
go
two
do that.
birds with one stone, as they say.
Oh, don't say that in my house. My wife hates that expression.
Really? Oh, birds, killing birds.
Two kill birds with
I'm
one
thinking
stone.
figurative birds.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't think figuratively around her.
The same woman that wears leather
Don't
like
ever
Judas
say
Priest.
kill two birds with one stone. That's so horrible. That's like bird abuse.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Did she think that they killed two cows with one stone when they made those jackets?
Do you really think that somebody can actually kill two birds with one stone, you moron?
She's so precious, right?
You
Roboto? She's so
fucking
bad.
ditzy
Wear more leather, you
blonde
bitch.
idiot. Do you really think
Calf leather at that.
how about every pig gets slaughtered, you stupid fuck? How about that one? Is that not allowed to
here
be
we go.
said either?
Another way to skin a
no,
cat.
I'm not gonna tirade. I'm not gonna tirade.
Please
but
do, please do.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm too tired.
It's like Howard's. It's like Howard's
Give
fake
in
COVID
to the dark
hysteria. She's
side.
got to keep the con going. So part of keeping the con going is stuff like this. You do this nth degree animal happiness. We all know it's fake. I could probably pull up clips of her actually saying Kill two birds with one stone pre-2007.
Kill two birds
guarantee I could
with
find
one
audio
stone.
or
Oh,
saying.
don't say that in my house. Oh, you'll get in trouble. You'll get
She
in
is a
trouble.
true mental midget, isn't she?
Because that's a saying from the early 1600s, and
Yeah.
Kill two birds.
Honey.
She's so stupid.
Two birds with one stone, honey. Nothing to you.
She's the same
pelicans
person who
with
saved
one
a
almond.
fucking worm in the dirt.
What kind of birds were
and
they?
It's like, oh my god, the bird
Were they
food.
cute birds?
It was
I don't mind if you kill the ugly birds.
What? I don't know, like those pigeons.
Don't
Those
kill the
are
cute
ugly.
ones.
Kill two birds. Oh,
Turkeys
God.
are ugly. You can kill them. Kill the turkeys.
Gobble,
gobble.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Okay, then here's a stupid Sam Raimi lie, which may not be a Sam Raimi lie, just might be just a
I've actually heard this story before.
absolute epitome of Howard's stupidity and laziness lie.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Meeting with him years ago, I told you that.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
We were going to write a movie together.
Oh,
Yeah, I think we had it at my agent's office, and I was a big fan of his.
uh-huh.
And he said, "Hey, let's have a meeting." And we had a meeting, and he was like, "You want to do a movie together?" And I was like, "Sure. What do you got?" And he goes, "Well, let's write a script." And I'm like, "Oh, that sounds like a lot of work." Skip, why don't you go write it, and I'll be in it.
Why don't you get Ratso
But
and
he
Judith
wasn't
Regan to
interested
write
in
it
that.
for you?
Yeah, why don't you get any of your ghostwriters to write it for you? It would
Isn't
have
he
been
writing
infinitely
50
better
pages
than-
a day of content?
Like what,
Yes.
right, what do you guys
Wow.
think if you wrote 3 books, right? What, how would a screenplay be so difficult, right? I guess Judith Regan and Ratso did write the entire book.
Wait,
all 3 books.
and wait, a screenplay half written by Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi, exactly.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. Wow.
You know, I
I've heard
can't
that
do that.
story. I've heard that story though, by the way, and it was a lie then. It's a lie now. But I've heard the Sam
Clearly,
Raimi
Sam was doing
shit
shrooms back then.
before. Yeah. It was when
You know
Spider-Man
what?
2
He
or
took a
3 came out.
meeting.
3.
Everybody takes a meeting. Everybody
Yes.
takes a meeting.
Well,
Directors,
Buchwald offered
producers,
him
people
good
take
booze.
meetings all the time.
That's when people thought he was creative.
Well, yeah.
And then they
I
found
mean,
out.
Yes.
And then they found out the
and
truth.
Then they realized that he was just a
He
lazy
doesn't have a creative bone in his body.
goblin piece of shit. That's exactly right. That's right, Caleb Costigan. Thank you. I don't know who you are, but new guy. 50 pages a day.
A day.
That's right.
Yep.
That's
Content.
right. That's right. That's right. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. All right. My last clip of the night is a hotel flex, other than the Knicks thing. Again, the stupid hotel thing just drove me insane. The sheer amount of money that Sirius spent on this asshole is just shocking to me. But of course, let's talk about it.
There's noise when you're in a hotel. That's why I didn't want to go to Miami. I didn't want to go because but I'll tell you what. I did make a
Yeah,
very
I know, I hate that
Hollywood
too.
star-like demand. I said, if you guys want me to go to Miami, Robin's already laughing. I said, you got to get the room above me and the room below me and rent that room too. I don't want to hear anything. And I want to be, and then at first I want to be on the top floor and then get anything. But you got to go check the hotel, make sure there's nothing above me.
It's my
So-
fantasy.
Wow.
It's
Well,
a baller
let me tell you
move.
something.
I fucking love it. I love
It
that
was
shit.
dead quiet where I was
Wilding.
because
You crazy man.
I
And that
can't.
was-
I
that was
because
not an
every
adjoining
time
room,
I
by
go
the
to,
way.
it wasn't. That was through a
No,
wall.
I specifically
Apparently, Chris Wilding had a room where there was like a screaming baby next door to him. And
Good.
of course,
So
Howard
what
has to
Motel
tell the
6 was he
story
in?
about how, I didn't have that problem because I'm the boss and
Right.
you're
And
just
he was in a $30,000 a night room.
lowly twink Canadian. Exactly.
Yeah, he was staying at the Tickled Pirate. You know,
The
just
Tickled
one of those special hotels.
Yes,
lot of
exactly.
a lot of bubbles and I'll show
Yes,
you.
this is why Fred and
Deal.
Robin couldn't go. That's exactly right, Radio Gaga. Because
Feel
you know
like
what?
humble brags.
all the money was spent on Howard's room, and the rest was on, like, the stupid, shitty. And by the way, anybody who's been down to like South Beach and goes down to Collins, and there's all those old cute hotels. They're all shit. All of them, literally, the walls are the size of this friggin' piece of cardboard. They're absolute pieces of shit. They're loud as can possibly be. Everybody who stays there is a drunk fucking folio, and it's the last place you want to be.
But that's not where these guys were staying, because that staff was staying in the Motel 6, down by
No,
Liberty
I don't
City.
think I don't think they did that. I don't think they did that, but I think that they were staying somewhere probably lesser. Listen, all of those hotels are like
stayed in one of those hotels where they haven't flushed the toilet since Ernest Hemingway took a shit there.
Exactly. Is there still in Miami the Fountainbleu? Is that still a hotel?
Yes, it is. It's about 2 miles from my friend's condo.
Is that near College? Like, I haven't been to South Beach in forever.
No, it's like what, a 10-minute
Cardozo
drive.
Hotel reference coming.
Trying to think, 10, 15 minutes to get there.
The last time I stayed in South Beach, I just want to tell this story real quick. Let me see what hotel I stayed in.
It was.
Did you kill two birds with one stone?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Was
You know what's
Baio
funny
there?
about that? If you told Beth she was going to get a real part in a real movie, she would take a machete to an ox like fucking Apocalypse
Immediately
Now.
if that's right. That's
Like,
exactly
It wouldn't
right.
be a hesitation.
Okay, let me see what hotel I stayed in.
It would cook that rabbit.
That's the
She would,
greatest
oh my
action
God,
cooker
would she
punked
chew?
on Beth.
It would
She
cook
would
that
pluck
rabbit
it
like in
every hair
seconds.
with like tweezers. And you told her that she was going to be in a movie.
Whew. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'm a little under the weather, just in case you were wondering.
couldn't
and
tell.
So, yeah,
Couldn't tell.
Yeah, I know. I sound like shit.
Beth in Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thought of that is so funny.
I'm
Oh
looking
my
for
God,
my
we need
hotel.
photoshoppers for that one. Oh my God,
Absolutely.
All right,
beef
hold on.
plain.
I'm gonna pause
chances she
myself
wouldn't
so
do
I.
She's pausing herself, so she has to blow some schnapps.
Bethy the Vampire Slayer.
Betty the Vampire Slayer.
That's such a great Ashton Kutcher punk to play on her. You approach her as a fake director or producer with a screenplay, and it's just about killing it. Watch how fast she accepts that role.
Oh, absolutely. But it's not vampire. It's you have to kill rabbits.
Yeah, it's bat. No, it's bats. She just kills bats.
Bats. Yeah, Beth the bat slayer.
Okay.
The smell of kitty litter in the mornings is John. Benjamin goes, they rented all of Miami for Howard to sleep 12 hours.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is what it
basically.
sounds like. Is it?
So I can't remember what hotel I was at, but it's
Oh,
really a
who
popular
muted
one.
me?
Who muted you?
Did you mute me?
I didn't mute you.
Oh,
didn't
bro, that's some fighting words right there, bro.
Nobody muted you.
Someone
silly.
muted me.
Nobody muted
Yes, they
you.
did.
Okay, whatever hotel I stayed at, it's really a popular one. I can't remember the name of it to save my life. But all I know is that it's true. It was horrible. It was loud.
Mm-hmm.
There were parties going on down at the pool until like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was one, and I had to work the next day, so it was just awful. And then when you looked out the window and you saw the schivozos that were hanging out in the pool, there were literally people having sex in the water, in the pool, at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And all I
Yeah,
could
that's
think
about
to
right.
myself is, who the fuck wants to be in that pool where these fucking skeezy girls
Bro,
are
you're talking about a
banging-
group of guys that bragged about wearing sweatsuits to scores. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Really, you think that their moral compass all of a sudden?
She get the cheap lap dance. Okay.
Exactly, man.
people,
the
come
koala bear
on, what's the
slayer.
name? It was like a really, really hot happening hotel for a long time, and I can't.
comes the
No,
Cardozo
sex is
Hotel.
not.
Crazy, Robin. It isn't.
Sex, exactly. I was just
It is
gonna
not.
say
That is not a fun thing
It
to
is
do.
not a fun thing. It is not a
In
fun
a
thing.
pool? No.
It's not, right? I don't
No,
think
it's
anybody
no,
really
that's kinda-
enjoys pool sex.
No, it's not. It's
That
it's not
water
very,
just dries everything out, man.
Yeah, it's not very
Absolutely.
lubricated.
Yeah.
And you
Not a lot of
really-
lubrication going on there.
And you really, what you need to do is you really need to take your whole ass, your whole body, and take
Your
it
whole
out of the
family.
pool in order to actually.
So you're saying
Francois,
you only
it's a great
finish in the
idea.
water? Is that what you're saying?
And how do fish? I just don't understand how fish make more fish.
Tamara,
don't
I've
they
told
just put
people they
everything
need
out?
hotels for 40 and up because this is yes, Tamara,
That's a
yes.
great idea.
Oh my God,
that
then
the St.
Why
Regis?
hasn't that been tried yet?
I was just in New York and I stayed at a really cool hotel, right? It was called Ink 48. And it was an old ink factory on 48th Street, obviously, on the west side. And I would go to sleep at night. And, I wasn't going to sleep that late, but not that early. And all of a sudden, all you hear is thump, 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 thump. And it's like, what the fuck is that? And I peek through the window and there's like a rooftop club across the street going on all night long.
Yeah.
And I think it has to shut by like 4:00 in the morning, but irrelevant because boom, boom, boom. So the next
Did
morning
Richard
I go
get his
downstairs
glow
and
sticks out?
I'm like, the noise, it's just too much. It's just too much. And so he's like, are your bags packed? Can you move? And I'm like, yes, I can move immediately. Just, give me the high sign. He's like, okay, I'll move you. So I run back up to the room, pack up my bags, go back downstairs to the front desk. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Move me. So they moved me to the front, which was like 11th Avenue. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be better than being next to that. Okay, so that next night, Saturday
Was
night.
it Kenny Rogers Roasters?
Oh, no, it's so much worse. Saturday night.
Ranch one.
Whatever club is around that area, all let out at like 4:00 in the morning. And so everybody, boom, 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 everybody's on 11th Avenue trying to get a cab. Taxi! All
Wait,
fucking...
how was that?
I'm not trying to do it loud. You can't do that?
No,
No,
absolutely
my
not.
grandfather could do that. I
Hold
can't.
on, wait, hold on, let me put this away.
Yeah, old guineas love to whistle like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't do that either.
How about that?
Some sort of mating call, I think.
It is like a mating
Racist.
call, kind of, sort of like a mating
Richard just
call.
went, what? Huh? What? Woof?
Richard, oh,
What's going on? Woof? Is it noon already?
Woof. Okay, so we're gonna move on.
Whistle.
I've been doing this my whole
used to have
life.
a
This
rape
is like taxi cab. This is taxi cab whistle. That's what you do.
I'm
Okay.
impressed. Who knew that Mo was so talented?
Yeah,
Who
you know what we
knew?
used to do? No. When we were kids, what you used to do is you used to take the little cap off of the bicycle and you put it right between your things like this and go. You know how to do that?
that
Have
I've
you
done.
not done that?
I
Oh
did
my
that.
God! Hold on, let me get my bike thing.
Oh Jesus! Now we have another tutorial.
Monique was in this no man's land of
These
Manhattan,
are things
11th
that
Avenue.
Howard's never done.
Oh,
mean live?
he's been to 11th Avenue is where the helicopter launches, Dennis. Where all the rich people take the private chopper from. There's a great video.
Chopper.
I showed it on here once. It's right off
You
the
did a
West Side
chopper if you
Highway.
want to go to the Hamptons.
The private. I forget
Oh,
the
here we
name
go.
of it. It's 38th Street and 12th Avenue.
Okay, I just took this off my bicycle.
Mo, suck on your toes.
I can do that.
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus!
Okay, so
Everybody's like the screen cap. Everybody's got these guys have the screen cap button. ready to go.
okay, so you take your little bicycle thing, right, and you
Hold
put
on.
it between your fingers like this. Let me see if I can still. I haven't done this in a long time. Hang on. Let's see if I can still do it. Wait, hang on. Wait, hold on. I got this.
You won't get this on Uncle Rico.
No. We should run around in circles now.
It's okay, Mo. It's okay. You don't have to prove anything to us.
NyQuil and wine.
I'm leaving it here, and I'm going to.
You know what? If you guys don't like and subscribe after what this lady is doing,
exactly. After what you're
you
saying
guys
here,
blow.
This is more entertainment in the last 5 minutes than the last 6 months of the Stern Show.
If you took everything that Shuli's done in his lifetime and just like compressed it into like a 2-second bit, this would yeah.
This is still better.
Fuck! I used to do this so well. There you go. I'm such a dick. Okay. Ugh. Oh yeah,
there are
NyQuil and wine.
320 people listening to this. We don't have 320 likes. We're gonna do this audience list.
Did you see me? Did you see me be able to put my toe in my mouth? Did you see that?
Yes, we
I'll
did.
make screen cap it.
And
don't
all the
worry.
screen caps will.
that's gonna be on the site tomorrow. Don't worry.
Well, I'm hoping. I'm working on my foot wiki. I'm
Your
you know,
foot wiki. Yeah.
My foot. My
foot wiki.
Wiki feet.
Wiki feet. Jerry, wiki feet. Wiki feet, Jerry, wiki feet.
Wiki feet, Jerry.
Team up
Mo
with
sucked her
Lady
own
Steph.
toes, and Dennis had tail in his face. What more do you? Exactly. What more do you want? You bastards! Like and subscribe. Fuck faces.
God forbid they actually hit that like button.
Mo should go door to door doing this act. No, Ida. No, it's like it's one of those like
for
people.
special people, talents.
No.
A boutique.
It's a boutique hotel, like one of those ones that it was like sceney, very sceney hotel. Help me with this.
And it was right by the ocean, the A1A, right on there.
Well, you used to have to do the swim show, so we used to do like the fashion shows and stuff like that at all the different hotels.
See the Envoy.
Delano, no, the Delano. No, the Delano's like a small hotel, right? Isn't it like one of those building hotels? Yeah, no, that's not it. All right, so here's the only thing Howard said about the Knicks today. This is like my last clip for the day. Here we go.
I've been watching every Knick game. What a waste of my time.
Oh, you're
my
still
God.
watching?
Yeah, they played Miami in Miami, and it's like they shouldn't have even gone. They should have just not. They should have stayed in New York.
They should not
play.
show up. They should just not show up. But let Miami go to the stadium or arena and not find another team to play.
Yeah, it's pathetic. Oh, they got so fucking schlonged. Like if it's a close game, I understand, but it was crazy.
Blowout.
Yeah, I thought Stephen A. Smith was going to have a conniption. I mean, he was going nuts.
So this is basically all he said about the NBA today.
If Kike Lee here should know that the Knicks have a better record on the road than they do at home.
Kike Lee. Jesus.
They're better because the Garden is such what a mecca when your home team has a better record on the road. Than
Jesus
at home.
Christ.
I swear to God, they're better on the road.
So
this magical place where a team has won a championship is why it's called the Mecca. It's the most self-aggrandizing, narcissistic bunch of horse shit in all of sports. They haven't won a goddamn thing since 1973. The Rangers won a Stanley Cup in '94. The only thing Mecca is professional wrestling, and perhaps boxing. And it just makes me hate them all the more.
That was amazing.
John, the best basketball team that plays there is the Harlem Globetrotters.
That's right, Dennis. That's exactly right. Even has St. John's ever won a national championship? I don't think so.
No, they have not.
So that's even less of a. Now
Well,
you know
no,
why
they won
everybody
an
hates New
NIT
York.
though. I think they won an NIT.
NIT
well,
doesn't
arm
count
offensively and extremely
CYO
funny.
8th grade championship. Thank you, G Canada.
Sorry for whistling in your ears. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. The hearing come back eventually.
It sounded good to me. That's all. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the NBA just a moment. So Stern's NBA ass kicking continues. Says, and by the way, if any of you are wondering what Xavier looks like and you haven't been to our website, that's exactly what he looks like.
That's me.
Yeah, that's
Did
him.
you have to shave that morning?
Cut like Mo.
Yes.
Cut like Mo. Howard
Mama
Stern
lost the
comments about black NBA players giving him the cold shoulder while sitting courtside has garnered responses from a number of athletes and pundits. Former NBA player J.R. Smith recently weighed in on the topic of Stern's treatment by black NBA players, arguing that many may not be aware of his accolades or stature given his generational gap. I'm sorry, but what basketball player listens to him? LOL. I don't think I've met one, black or not. The former New York Knicks star tweeted on Saturday in response to similar sentiments made by journalist Taylor Rooks. Okay, 1,000% true. Somebody else then posted, okay, this was very funny, by Vaporizer.
By the way, Monique, J.R. Smith left the Knicks to go to Cleveland. It was famous. Do you guys remember the quote J.R. Smith made? He's like, I love playing on the Cavaliers because we actually care about basketball here, and all we do is play video games and worry about basketball, and that's why we're in the championship. And on the Knick culture, all they care about is celebrities and club openings. That's a real J.R. Smith quote. That's
Wasn't he the dude that didn't know how many timeouts were left or something like
yeah,
that?
he is the most erratic
He
player.
ruined,
He either goes 1 for 17 or 14 for 17.
What year did he retire?
He quietly slipped away like 2-3 years ago.
So, I mean, think about what he's talking about. It's like, this is years ago. No one knew who Howard was.
Yeah.
Years ago. Years.
All right, so here's J.R. Smith revealing why black NBA players. I mean, you don't really need a video to know this. This is from Sara, who, by the way, keeps herself as dead on here, which is very bizarre to me. And also down here says dead.
Dead.
So you may want to ask her what's going on.
That's the Seattle side of Sara. She's very, very grungy sometimes.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Quite
so
grungy.
basically, I was going to
Very
play this
Seattle.
for you guys, but,
On
basically,
this, on our last video we actually made about Howard Stern,
he's talking about...
Rose actually said the average NBA player is probably 25 years old or so. And Howard Stern at his peak, 1990s to roughly 2004, 2005. So these NBA players that are playing today probably pretty young, and they probably never actually grew up with Howard Stern.
Okay, bottom line, that
Damn.
is the story. 1,000%.
But don't most of these NBA guys have new cars every other week, and don't they get the free subscription?
Yeah, but does anybody go to Howard Stern? If you
absolutely
didn't
not.
know, if you
Well,
didn't
I'm
know
saying
who
that
Howard Stern is, would you
opportunity is
even
there, and they
think
still don't.
about it though? Would you
All right, wait.
think about Howard?
If you accidentally turned to that station, you heard what was on today, you couldn't turn the station fast enough.
I agree completely.
So
I'll
But
go
it's
one
not like
step
they don't have
further. Do
access to
you
him.
think a 24-year-old NBA star knows who
No, because he's
Andy
corny.
Cohen is?
They don't like him because he's corny.
Who gives a shit? Honestly,
you still can listen to him for free.
It's
and they don't.
like me passing the dial on Rush Limbaugh. It's like, who cares? It's like, it's just talk radio to you. You know what I mean? It's not something you care about.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he's making it sound like he was on a real station you can only get in 1997. You know, these guys have new cars.
No,
every
but basically what he's saying is that he was at his peak in
Yeah.
1997.
They can still
Therefore,
listen to him and wouldn't be much of a bother.
He thinks
But
it's
they
not
don't.
about he thinks it's about racism and not about irrelevancy. He
Relevancy.
won't cop to that.
Right.
What's
He's
really
irrelevant.
going on here, and he's also trying to perpetuate the fake narrative that we always hear, the fake Roosevelt narrative that
Right.
he's a victim and black people have been after him. So he gets to play the victim here because he's perpetuating a fake racism coming from the other side. He's trying, and obviously buckwall planted, and it always backfires. It always backfires, especially with this culture. I mean, I have so many clips backing this up, but does anybody buy into this on any level?
you're right,
He's
Chaka
making a-
Khan. 25-year-old NBA players don't know what they're missing. Knock, knock, knock. It's Dan Rather. It's like, who? Who?
Wait,
Who?
wait. Knock, knock, knock. It's fake Mike Perlman.
Exactly.
Look at the life of an NBA player. Right? Is there any great? They don't even practice anymore. They don't even go to shoot-arounds
Practice?
anymore. They wake up at 1 o'clock in
We're
the
not talking about
afternoon.
practice.
Who-
We're not
What
talking
do you
about
mean
games.
they don't
It's a
practice
morning
anymore?
show.
What do you
They
mean?
don't practice anymore. They don't. It's all
most of the shows.
Everything's load management and preserving the Fabergé
Absolutely.
play. They don't
Wait,
practice
wait.
anymore.
I don't know. I don't understand what you're saying. What do you mean?
Because they have
Basketball
no
players
reason to
don't
get up
practice.
early to listen to this horse shit at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's been going on forever. Why would anybody get up physically at 7 o'clock in the morning to listen to this show? What is in it for black people? What is in it for anybody? But most of all, what's in
anybody.
it for black people? What does this show have to offer a black person?
And not only that, several people pointed out, well, maybe they remembered that. If they do remember you, they remember you in blackface.
That's
So,
exactly
yeah.
right. Well, that's what he's trying to avoid,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
what you
The
come.
blackface, yes.
Anytime
Listen, you know what? Sorry. Every single one of us, including many, many people either on this chat right now or on our website or Bring Back Jackie or other people, have constantly and consistently shown the Howard blackface thing as something that you would think, surely this is something that would cancel Howard. Sure. But you know what? It shows his irrelevancy because nobody cared. Nobody
Well, he can't
cares.
get canceled from
Nobody
this
cared.
platform because he's a partner. He has a deal with the devil. He cannot be canceled. There's
John,
no
He could
accountability.
be canceled by the public.
But John,
If
Sirius
he was
doesn't
on
mean
AGT
anything.
when the blackface stuff came out, that
John.
might have been enough.
He was. We
He was
did.
not on
John.
AGT. The blackface
John.
stuff did not come out till 4 years after that.
John, he's so irrelevant. No news media is playing anything. You can get canceled by being bombarded by the
Nobody
press.
cares. Yeah. I agree.
He's irrelevant. No one gives a shit.
Right. So, but the gist of this is he thinks it's about racism, and we know it's
They just
about
don't care.
irrelevancy. It's about irrelevancy, but he
Yeah.
can't cop to the fact that this is solely about
Because he's so enamored with himself. He's so full of himself that he can't possibly fathom
He can't
that
process
people
that
will go.
information.
Okay, so then by his analogy, it's like, well, why do they go over to Spike Lee? Spike Lee hasn't done anything really relevant since
No.
Do the Right Thing. Let's be honest. But Spike Lee is a fan. Spike Lee goes to the games.
He's a super fan.
He's not
Yeah.
a fly-by-night fan like you are, who's only
He doesn't
going
leave
to
at
the
halftime.
games.
He
You
actually
know,
stays. He actually stays. to
you
the
know,
end.
Denzel Washington, of course they know him. He's a movie star, you
He's an
fucking
icon.
moron.
But guys, it's kind of a subtle kind of racism because I have a gaggle of clips I sent Monique where Amari Stoudemire's coming over to him, Ewing's coming over to him, Larry Johnson. So it's a thing. It's he's trying to play the Roosevelt victim here, is what he's doing. He's trying to
Absolutely.
give you this thing that it's not about irrelevancy, it's about racism. Look at me, I'm black people have been abusing me since the 60s. It's still going on.
Victim
and he's
Howard.
trying to play,
You're right.
I'm telling you, I have a gaggle of clips where this proves that.
Well, we can go to some of that. I was going to just do a couple of comments from World Star, which were all phenomenal. So it seems that the African American man, as a general rule, is really, really upset with Howard as the Jewish guy. It's weird.
Right.
It's like there's a conflation between Howard not really being white, but yet being Jewish. And I realize what they're getting at here, but I have to really kind of qualify this one a little bit. So Jews are basically broken up into two camps. There's the Ashkenazi Jew and there's the Syrian Jew.
Right.
And so the Syrian Jew is the darker Jew. They're the ones who came from the Arabic countries. And so they're very much like the sand people, if you will. The Ashkenazi Jews are the ones who came from Poland and Germany and from the Northern European countries. The Yiddish. So they consider themselves to be white people. But black people seem to hate Howard for his Judaism and the fact that he's not really a white person. So a lot of people gave him massive amounts of
Tiffany
shit.
Trump.
Howard is such a narcissist. He literally sees people who know each other, greet each other, and then gets mad that they won't come kiss his ass and give him more clout just for being Howard Stern. Pathetic. Toxic Lisa, you are 1,000% correct. Everybody here. Yeah. Stern hasn't been consistently funny or relevant for a long time, and here he is bitching about not getting respect from black basketball players. LOL. He's got a house in Robin and made his money throwing baloney on strippers' asses back in the early 90s. No one cares anymore. Go take your Jew bucks and enroll yourself in a nursing home.
I like that they spelled the J-O-O.
Oh my God! Well, you have to, yeah.
Yeah,
Howard Stern's one of those
that's
Jewish people that pretends or says he's white when it's convenient.
Yes.
So yeah, this was really big. It was kind of shocking to me. I was saying this to Xavier earlier. I was like, God, it's really weird.
Got ugly.
Every time he tries to dip his toe into the hip hop culture, it's a disaster. They just
Oh my God!
It's a total disaster.
They all remember the blackface incident. They all think of him as being Jewish and not white. It's very weird. It's like I didn't realize that it was like this. These days, nobody gives a fuck about you, Howard. You're a racist Jew.
Yeah, yes.
And we see this now.
You have to roll the W, bro.
Also, almost most of these players were just born or elementary kids when your show was actually good
I know.
on E! Channel back in 2001. So
Xavier,
yeah, there's a lot of
was it
this.
you that said like Dodger players coming up to Larry King in the stands? It's the same kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
Like the Dodger, like, look, it's Larry King. Like you're a 21, you're just out of the minor leagues. You're like, it's Larry King, and you're running that like.
Blackface Howard wonders why he gets no love. Young black millionaire
Blackface
athletes
Howard, I love
do
it.
not listen to satellite radio and
Yes.
definitely don't
Yes.
check for Howard
Why would
Stern
they?
or
And
his
get up at
radio
1 in the
show.
afternoon.
You know what, Mo?
I think we know Harlem to Hollywood. That sounds like a name we know for some
Mo.
bizarre
Are
reason.
those
Yeah,
Hugs
but
for Harlem? Was the...
You know,
Oh, yeah, Hugs for
Kramer,
Harlem.
Kramer from Seinfeld can't believe how bad this is going first.
yes. Wasn't he exposed saying racist-ish a few years back? Yeah, see,
They all go to that.
they all know this.
That's
They
great.
all know.
That's
They all
marinated more
know.
than I
They
thought.
all know.
Wait,
They all
Luther.
know
Wait,
through
there it is.
RadioGunk.
Luther Vandross. It's 'cause you're corny.
Nasally
Yeah.
voice
Is that
and your
King of All
shock
Blacks?
value left the room ages ago. That and apparently you wore blackface. Man wore blackface and mocked how we talk and now want us to
Yes.
acknowledge him.
Yes,
White
yes,
people.
yes.
You see,
went well.
so this is something he will never, ever address. Okay, this
Look
is
at- look
written
at
all in
Zoe
caps
Ed.
and it's a little bit
I
creepy,
would
so
love
we're
it if
going to
he
pass
did.
by that.
See, it's might
Nah,
be good.
it's too much. It's about the Bible.
This is like
and
stepping on
paleface.
the
It's
bag
crazy.
of poo.
Yeah. Fuck you. Get more shots,
Sean,
pussy.
1420. No, Howie, you're just an asshole with a bad wig.
You pompous ass. Pompous. Oh, that's so cute.
Robert Ory, is that Big Shot Bob? Chime it in. Could it be the real Big Shot Bob?
No,
No.
ninjas from the hood care or listen to Howard Stern. No ninjas that even care if he drops dead. He's not even Jerry Springer level. The ego on this guy, the audacity on this clown. Yeah, so people really came for him. I mean, and this goes
Yeah.
on and on and on. Thousands of comments that
Literally
are just
thousands.
that are just in that same vein. Exactly what you heard up here is exactly what it says throughout the entire thing. This is why we love World Star. So we're going to move on to a couple of clips that Johnny brought
that's an
to
article.
us. And let's see. So I got a couple of them. Black people hate Howard's patronizing racism. Amari Stoudemire, Larry Johnson, Patrick Ewing, Halftime, Walt Frazier. So where should I start, my sir?
Well, all this narrative is bullshit. So this is not true, and this is just subtle racism in itself. Here's Amari Stoudemire, who was kind of a teetering all-star at the time, comes up to him in the crowd to say hello. It's all bullshit. What he's saying.
Okay, so just so you know, it's already 11:11. We've been on for 2 hours. I'm only going to
You want to
spend.
roll this over to tomorrow?
I want to, but
Yeah,
let's
let's-
just.
It's a
yes,
lot. It's a
We
lot.
will.
It's
Let's
not
just
like
play
your
Amari
tomorrow's gonna be like his
Stoudemire.
amazing show.
You know what?
Yes.
Play one that's not in succession. Play
Tell
one
me.
that's kind of independent of it. Just play when he has Sal and Richard go out to Harlem, and really just do crazy racist shit right after he brags about running into Walt Frazier.
Black
with,
people hate Howard's patronizing
yes.
racism.
And so he has Sal and Richard go, "This is why black people hate him."
Okay,
This
so
is the shit that-
so we've been on too long and we're tired, so we're gonna play this, and this is
Just
gonna
play
be
this
our
one.
our last clip. Here we go.
Issue. In fact, the boys went up to Harlem and they said to some guys they ran into there, they said, are you aware that February is Black History Month And the first 2 weeks now have been called Jewish History Month. They're giving it to the Jews. The whole, it's almost started a race riot.
Oh, my goodness. Breaking news, the first 2 weeks of Black History Month is now Jewish History Month. How do you feel about that?
It's fucking bullshit. They could pick any month in the fucking in 12 months, and they pick February.
I don't understand that because the Jews, I thought, were the ones who were teaming up with black people too in the civil rights movement. But
What does Howard Stern and Black History Month have in common, in your opinion?
Nothing. They're like Howard Stern shouldn't be mentioned in Black History Month.
Because he said he's a friend of the black people.
Yeah.
So what that mean? That doesn't mean a thing. Howard Stern is not black. He shouldn't be celebrating Black History Month. It was his people that put us to the fucking drama. And,
Ben and Ray?
Oh no, fuck Howard Stern.
They were behind it all.
Ben and Ray were behind that.
The baby, and he's naming it Shaniqua Abugliadaga Mugi Wugeo Stern. How do you feel about that?
I think you just made that shit up. This is some fucking cracker-ass racist shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
You don't agree with him giving an African name? Or?
Shaniqua is not an African name, just so you know. That's some bullshit black people made up in America. This is some racist shit right now, you know what I'm saying? Fuck these cracker-ass motherfuckers asking me these dumb-ass questions.
Wow, they're lucky they didn't get their asses.
Yeah, exactly. They see right through it. They see right through it. You know, it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
And it's totally racist. They're trying to goad them. It's just patronizing shit to goad them to say something, and it just backfires on them I think it's the last time they've tried that.
Assholes, you guys.
Wow.
All right, we're going to go sleepy time now because we're all tired. It's been...
Dennis has to get up in an hour, so we're going to go.
Yeah, Dennis has to get up in an hour and Xavier in 2 hours with the 3-hour time difference.
That's pretty accurate.
So what's going on tomorrow's show? I know we have Ed Sheeran on Wednesday.
Nothing tomorrow.
Oh, so
Wait,
another...
No, tomorrow he's going to finally get to the deaths of...
Yes.
What's the Edmund Fitzgerald guy?
Yes.
And...
Yes, and
I'm
Jerry
so
Springer.
Tired, I can't think of
Jerry Springer
Springer.
and Edmund Fitzgerald guy.
Gordon
Lightfoot.
That guy.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Tomorrow
Life-changing
So tomorrow he's going to have fill time with that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Should be exciting.
No.
All right. Sorry. Thank you for putting up with all my stupid shenanigans tonight. I'm leaving these NBA things up for tomorrow, so I'm going to save them in my media player for tonight. And I'm gonna take some happy pills and go sleepy time. Well, walk my dogs and my dog, the other one's down with pneumonia. So yeah, so that's it for tonight, and we will bid you adieu, and we shall see you anon. I can't even find the outro. I'm like blathering over here because I can't find
an outro.
Fucking outro.
Hurry, hit it.
Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.